Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Games Done Quick Hotfix on this. I was trying to come up with an S adjective to alliterate with Sunday. What does surreptitious mean? Is that going to work? Surreptitious, kept secret. Okay, nope.
Superfluous.
No, superfluous makes it sound like people shouldn't be here. We'll say super. We'll say super on this.
Yeah, just say super. Keep it
Sunday.
simple. Keep it simple, stupid.
Welcome, everybody. My name is Adef. This is PB Precipice, the show where runners go for personal bests and, dare I say it, are on the precipice of achieving one. We are joined today by my good friend, Average Trey. Trey, how are
thanks
you?
for having me. I'm doing pretty well. I was saying before the show, I'm not necessarily precipicing too hard here, but there's a
Precipice.
There's a non-zero chance because we've been over this before. Where like you take a break from a game, you come back, do a little bit of practice, and then boom, like you get a crazy run out of nowhere. It's almost like you've shaken off the bad muscle memory from before in a way. But we'll see what happens. I'll try my best.
We've got Super Mario Sunshine on, and Trey's going to be giving it a go. Trey, honestly, I feel like we should dilly-dally no further.
Yeah, I agree.
Just hit it whenever you're ready.
That means I got to get off practice codes, don't I?
Yeah. The dirty practice codes.
I was practicing. Now we got to get to the real on console.
Yeah, so
which means we see the Wii menu screen.
Sunshine is one of those delightful games in the modern era of speedrunning that has genuine practice ability. Somebody has made a wonderful mod that allows you to practice levels.
Yep.
Surely not.
It's like a collaborative. Originally, it was Dan Salvato, little known guy, Dan Salvato.
Yeah,
who he made the position codes and the level select and maybe like something else. And then over time, some others came in, like Psychonaut or Noki Doki, a couple others made their own codes. And now we got all kinds of crazy good resources to practice this game and learn this game that I didn't have when I first started. So, pretty nice.
And
honestly.
Trey's still playing.
Yeah. I mean, not as frequently as I was back in the day, but I dabble. Yeah.
Dabbles. But yeah, go ahead and give it a go whenever you're ready, Trey.
All right, I got to immediately explain the timer situation. So we're doing a thing called hacked file, where basically I'm going to start my timer at 540.41 because that is the cumulative amount. The first 3 intro cutscenes take that long, but now we keep the gameplay intact, but we skip those cutscenes. It's a huge quality of life improvement. But let's get right into it. Here we go. I'm going to explain that multiple times probably, but yeah.
Yeah, the beauty of hacked file is that literally no meaningful inputs are skipped because the cutscenes have no text boxes, like nothing is going on. And Trey doesn't have to watch any of them. And that used to be such a sore spot for grinding this game, was like you would spend the vast majority of your time in the cutscenes.
If you were resetting a lot anyway. It depends on how heavy of a resetter you are, I guess. But in the modern era of SMS, when like the level of play is just so much higher than like in 2014, the resets are pretty necessary. So it's kind of necessary to have it this way, to be honest. So to have some good competition.
Yeah, I would say I would love to see. Well, first of all, I'd love to see a follow-up to the much loved Average Trey YouTube video about Super Mario Sunshine 80%'s speedrunning history.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see a graph of how quickly time started improving, or how quickly time, like world record, improved before and after the file skip.
Oh, I'm going to reset already. That was terrible.
Yeah, so again, if this is your first time watching PB Precipice, Trey can reset as much as he would like.
We're doing this is real speedrunning, folks. This is what you do.
None of that no reset garbage.
None of that marathon run nonsense. Well, what should you think about the video or whatever?
I think it would be interesting to see a plot, like a graph of how quickly Super Mario Sunshine 80% world records, like the gap of time between them before
yeah.
and after Peach File and stuff? Like, you know, did world records, do they happen more frequently now? Do they happen the same rate?
Not really, because the game is just that much harder, to be honest. The major gap was when Gelato Beach Skip was discovered, like a free 10-minute time save. The record right before that was like a 129.50. And then like within a month of that being found, it was like a 119.30 something. And then it kind of went slow-ish from there. Then EYG was found, saving another minute. And then kind of just crawled down. Then Ndide came around, went, like changed the game, got a 114. And now the record is a low 113. So, I am messing this repo, but whatever. We opened up the plant at least. You can say that much.
I guess I'm just curious if, like, the advent of the cutscene skips allowed more attempts to get past the early game than usual.
Oh, I mean, it certainly has. There's no denying that. It didn't come into play until the game was like already pretty damn optimized. I mean,
Right.
It's not like optimized in the sense of like, oh, you can't save any time. The way this game works is that there's so many like little random things that can happen. I mean, there's major RNG moments like PD, Manta, all that stuff. But on top of that, there's also just like a lot of minutia, like little things that can go wrong. It's just like, it's like Mario 64 on steroids, basically. Just a lot more little, in a 3D game versus a 2D game, you know? But it's optimized for what it is, I'd say. So.
Yeah, it's always interesting. This is a conversation that I think we've probably had a couple times on this show with various people, but like the conversation of sum of best versus your PB and how close or far they are apart from one another, indicating how close or far you are from PB. Or like rather how optimized your PB is compared to your sum of best. Mm-hmm. And I think that Dangers and Spike Vegeta have a sort of methodology for this that I always forget. That's something like if you're within 10% or something, then you're pretty
It depends on the game, to be honest. In this game, if you're within 2 minutes of your SOB after a good number of attempts, that means you're pretty consistent. Because like, I think the closest I've ever been was like a 211 off of it. And that's just because there's just so much little like random moments on top of like the major RNG points like I pointed out earlier.
Right.
But for other games that I've played, it's like you want to be within 30 seconds or something. So it just depends.
Right. And the length of the game matters too, right? Because like this runs over an hour long, so being within 2 minutes means you're actually doing okay. Whereas like if you're within 2 minutes of your sum of best on a 30-minute game, it's like kind of rough.
So not the greatest start so far. If I were doing real attempts, I might have reset it by now just because I'm that kind of guy. But I'm not going to reset. I have a rule of thumb for this show. We're doing a show here. I want to make a good showing for a show, as it is a show after all. I'm probably not going to reset until I'm like plus 30 seconds before leaving Pianta. And if I get a run, like a decent run out of Penna, I may as well just finish it. Because it's like, well, I'm pretty far, you know, we had a good early game. Let's just finish it out. Why not? So.
I like
we'll just play it by ear. So yeah, PD Piranha, you stand to the side of him and he turns and looks at you, then you spray him.
I always wonder how much, like, with really, you know, tried and true speedruns like Sunshine, like how many viewers don't know about like the stuff that's been around for like skipping episode 1 in Bianco Hills? Like surely everybody knows about that by now.
I feel like everyone who's played this game should maybe know that. Maybe not. I don't know.
From a casual perspective, I don't know.
Actually, yeah, it is kind of hidden. Like you got to know to like bounce on a spider or do something creative to get up there early.
It's definitely intended.
Yeah, I think they designed this game. They probably intended to have more moments like that where you could skip episodes. But they probably realized, oh, if we kept doing that, this game could be like really, really short, which would be great for speedrunning. But they wanted to make sure, oh, we're just going to like arbitrarily make you do each episode. Like with that Bianca, one thing was cool, but from now on, we're just going to make you do everything.
Yeah, because in 64 you can do a lot of the stars out of order.
Yeah. Think about that game though. Also nice pole. This pole is really cool. Think about Mario 64. Actually, I gotta focus. This is the only Shadow Mario cutscene we're gonna see. I can skip all these going forward. Kind of hard secret movement for this. Not bad, not bad. No death at least.
Nice.
And that can save like up to 0.3, 0.4 seconds overdoing the old school triple jump. I lost time because of my injury, but you know, we can look past that. What was I saying before that? Secret?
I said that SM64 has stars out of order.
Oh, yeah. So with this game, the requirement to get to Corona is based on getting all of the episode 7 shines, which are all the Shadow Marios. Whereas 64 is just like your cumulative star total. So I think that's the reason why they had to like not do it that way anymore.
But wouldn't it be cool if it was shine total instead of...
I think it would be cooler, yeah. I don't know why they chose to do it that way. I guess like from a story standpoint, they're like, oh, you got to get all the Shadow Marios. He's the bad guy. But like from a routing perspective, it'd be so much cooler if it was just like the straight up shine total. And I think Nintendo realized that like in the Galaxy games and stuff. But
yeah,
you know. Also travel skip. We're going to enter Bianco as we do this. Defeating the Piranha Plant. And then you just... crazy stuff happens and then you're here. So
nice explanation.
There you go. Bianco 4 is one of the cooler movement levels in the game. After I get a water slide to work. Here we go.
This level was a nightmare for 2P1C.
Oh yeah, we can get into 2P1C stuff later.
Yeah.
For sure.
The people's speedrun.
Having a water slide crisis right now. But we got there.
I feel like Sunshine is a really interesting speedrun because... Oh, trite. Because there's like so much sick movement tech, and that's the vast majority of the run, but there are like cool glitches to boot.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like all the skips in this game are not that hard to learn and pull off. It's just like having to get them first try, like Gelato Beach skip first try, can even for like me, it can be kind of tough. The timing.
I don't know. The skips also have like levels to them, where like easy Gelato Beach skip is very easy.
Right.
Whereas like setup-less or relatively setup-less becomes vastly more difficult. Or like a basic EYG is not that bad, but the EYG you're going for, I feel like, is far harder.
Yeah, there's like levels to it because you could do like, oh god, these points. Hopefully PD carries me. He's gonna have to. This is like the first major RNG in the game. EYG, you can do it in episode 5 to make it easier, but it's like 15 seconds slower on average. Then even like in episode 3, there's like the 1 stew method, the 2 stew method. There's all kinds of ways to do it. If you're like really, really advanced, people have started doing like a 1 pound method where you make sure the stew only ever pounds the ground a single time. And it's, you save quite a bit that way, but it's kind of tough to set up. This might be a good pattern, but we'll see. If he goes here first, he's guaranteed to go to another good spot second, over here. Then the third spot's where he can screw you, but we'll see what happens after that.
Yeah, the one big unfortunate thing about Sunshine 80% is there's just so much luck.
More than you would hope for, but it kind of makes the run hype when things are like start coming together.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you're like, oh snap, I might not get a chance like this for a while again. I better clutch it out. Pressure's on. Okay, so it's not the second best pattern, but this might still be okay. If he stops like right up here. Okay. He's either gonna stop here or here. All right. Could have been worse. Believe me.
Believe me, could have been worse.
Now, hopefully, I think I will narrowly still be within 30 seconds. I'm not going to reset till I'm plus 30 up to a certain point. I kind of do that in like my normal attempts as well sometimes. It's a good way to like sort of force yourself to get runs going. Like without committing to the full no reset, you can be like, okay, well, I'm going to like do a no reset up until it's like bad enough, then I'll reset. It's a nice happy medium that way. Anyway, we're gonna leave Bianco. Unlock Gelato. Ooh, that barely worked. Almost didn't spray enough. So yeah, we should talk about... We actually did 2P1C in this game before, which is not a commonly done thing to do, to be honest.
No, 2 players, 1 controller is quite a journey in this game. I think maybe the 2P1C any percent is still better than my solo any percent time.
Yeah, you had like, what, like a 2 hour or something?
Yeah, after we did 2P1C, I think I did 1 run with the stuff we had implemented just by myself, and I think I got like a 140 something. But
and you're like, oh snap, I guess I need Trey to do the control stick stuff.
What did we get? Did we get a sub 140? No way, right?
No, I think we had like a 144 or so.
Let's check.
If I recall correctly. Maybe like a 141? I don't know.
We have a 142.52.
42, okay.
That's like not bad.
You know, given the circumstance. Oh, that was like a perfect coconut throw. Oh my god.
Not only were we playing on Parsec.
That was actually a really good Gelato 8. Holy crap. I got a good split. Can't believe it.
Let's go. The entry was good too.
Oh, I still lost time to PB. Dude, my PB is too good. Actually, so I'm not comparing to PB splits. I believe I'm doing balanced splits for or balanced PB, whatever that means. Because my PB's actual early game is pretty insane and it kind of sucks to go against. Okay, so I'm plus... Oh no, I'm plus 30 in real PB. But to balance splits, we're looking a little better. Feel like using that.
Balance just takes all your possible time save across the run and like distributes it across every split.
Right. Yeah, my PB had a very good early game for my standards, and then I think I sort of choked Noki 6, and then I had a sort of bad Corona, and then Bowser gave me like the worst RNG I've ever seen in my whole life. I got gooped by him 3 times, which is like unheard of.
Triple goop!
Triple goop. So that was rough, but you know, it's still my PB. And it is what it is.
When's your PB from?
I think May of last year. So a little over a year old.
I remember when that strat first got developed, everyone was like, that's impossible. There's
the thing I just did?
Yeah.
I made it look easy, but it's anything but easy. I'm just... Ooh, let's see if I can get Forgotten Strat. I gotta focus for this. This is something I learned somewhat recently. Ooh, okay, that barely worked.
What even just happened?
Hopefully this guy's good. Ah, no. Oh, well. I'll learn him over here. Okay, given the circumstance... Okay, that was really good for the pattern I got. Holy crap. Yeah, that's Forgotten Strat. That's actually... That order of chomplets has been known for many years. But no one really did it, like, implemented it into runs until, like, a couple years ago at minimum. Because it's just kind of... It's kind of jank. Chomplets are just jank. So people didn't want to deal with that until now when we are desperate for the time save. So
what was that bounce off the first one?
So you can do a thing where you dive into him like at point blank right behind him, and you're bonking as you grab his tail. So you bonk as you're grabbing it, it launches you backward, and then it sets up the like the long chain pull immediately, which is super cool. Also, actually, dude, brand new strat in Piantissimo like within the last month. I'm gonna read this sign. And he's going to keep moving during that. I didn't waste any time. So we found very recently, like within the last month or so, and this works on this level and Noki 5 and Gelato 5 for that matter, if we were doing a different category. You read that sign, and then if you face within like a certain range of angles, I don't even know if I'll get it. I literally learned this like yesterday. I didn't get it. But if I got it, because I don't even know the angle, to be honest, I'm just guessing. If you... face directly at him with like within a certain angle range, it'll do the text box like a lot quicker. I think because I don't even know how it works. It like stores something with like reading the sign, like stores that text direction or something. I don't know. Noki Doki will explain it if he was here, but it's kind of insane because for the longest time that was just a straight up auto scroller, but now there's like there's a strat for the long time auto scrollers in this game now. It's kind of cool.
I thought you were joking when you said there was a strat for Piantissimo.
Nah,
I thought
it's
you were just
actually
gonna
like
follow him or something.
It's like a brand new thing that was just found.
So now there's a reason to get there fast so you can set up the angle.
Yep.
No more playing around.
There's less potential to free run, but that's okay. Okay, no death there. Love to see it. Yeah, so I was going pretty ham in this game a couple months ago. And if I were still going ham, I certainly would have known how to do that angle setup. But in recent times, I've been more focused on the YouTube grinds. I've been putting in like many hours in like the editing lab, making those videos, which was like, well, now I can't realistically like grind this game as much as I would want to. So there's my excuse.
Subscribe to Trey on YouTube. If you're watching the VOD of this on YouTube, which I know some of
subscribe.
You will be, you're literally already on the website. Just look up Average Trey. In fact, we'll get Trey to put a comment below this video.
Yeah, they're gonna force me to comment. They're gonna pin it, of course, and then
of course.
There you go. Okay, so we're gonna grab this guy. I got the middle pattern, which is a second slower than the fastest, but a second faster than the slowest. And then we're gonna do this ending. We're gonna manipulate him to go in here, do a quick grab, and then he goes right in. So yeah, good old content creator John. There you go. Okay.
Speaking of Johns, have you been keeping up to date with your competitive Melee majors and super majors?
Not particularly a whole lot. I mainly just I see stuff through Twitter that happens mainly. I don't follow it as closely as I did like a couple years ago, but anything cool happening? You know, Oms is still taking names, I guess.
I'll give you the highlight. Zane is untouchable right now.
I expect nothing less.
Like, he's making a real run for making this like his absolute dynasty right now.
He's like even more dominant now?
He's so dominant right now, I feel like.
Damn, dude.
The finals are just like him and Cody like every time.
Wasn't Cody IBDW? Or, yeah, it's IBDW, right?
Yeah.
I thought he was like taking a break or something. I guess that didn't end up happening.
I don't know. All I know is that he's not signed to an organization right now.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And he said that if he doesn't get like a competitive contract soon, he's going to quit.
I mean, I don't blame him. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't get the mash. I got to land here. That's fine, though. Because we didn't get early cycle anyway. So... Ooh, this...
Oh, Cody just beat Zane at Shine? Okay, I missed Grands. Was Zane in losers or was Cody in losers?
Either way, that's yeah, pretty dominant. Goes in.
Yeah, the two of them. I guess I should include Cody probably. The two of them are just like really excelling right now, and it feels like the era of J-Mook, which I really thought we were in the era of J-Mook. He seems to be. I mean, he's still top 8ing at like every tournament, but he's not like in grands as frequently.
Is it just like Hungry Box keeping him down?
I don't know. Let's look at the Shine bracket.
Because I mean, that's like the death matchup right there. That's like, I thought that was like his only struggle. If he could just figure out the putt matchup, he's unstoppable, right?
Okay, so top 12. J-Mook beat Crudo, lost to Aklo, who is a Fox?
And a Link.
Yes. He went Link against Zane, I think.
Wow.
And lost. Cody 3-0'd Zane in winners finals. Zane 3-0'd him in grands, and then set 2 was game 5 for Cody. Wow. I would not call that body.
How did I not clean that guy? Are you kidding me? That was nutty.
Oh, yo, what up, Ryan? Is Ryan Ford in the chat giving us the update?
Yeah, I saw that. Oof. That could have been good, but then that one guy had like a pixel of goop remaining on him somehow.
Trey, give us the rundown on what people can expect from your YouTube channel. What, because you're not just making run-of-the-mill content. I mean, this is sauce.
Oh no, this is like high effort, top of the line. I'm focused on like mainly Sunshine for now, but I'm gonna branch out as time goes on. I'm currently doing like a series about like, it's like a combination of like the history of like the records as well as like some various casual trivia about different levels in the game. And I've got like a pretty good format going on for that. I got some stuff planned for that as well, lined up. So I don't know if I should reset or not. It's like borderline. I don't know.
It's up to you.
Okay, one more like major blunder and I'll reset it. How about that? Blunder. Actually, I should also note, there's also like a side event going on simultaneously with this, an LTA event ran by GSA, where basically an LTA is like, you can just like grind attempts and then whoever has the best attempt at the end of that, like the hour window, however long that window is, wins the event. So it's more like, instead of like a traditional just like one try race, it's more in line with like real speedrunning and stuff where it's like you're grinding attempts and then within this time frame, who gets the best run? Let's find out, you know? And that is happening the exact same time as this. So
when is the window?
Hold on, I gotta do honey skip. Count the whooshes, remember?
Count the whooshes and then ground pound.
I taught Ada honey skip during GP1C.
We went for it and got it.
We learned, it took us like 15 minutes to figure it out. We had to like coordinate like the hover timing and the ground pound and stuff. I believe the window for the LTA event, it goes until like 9 p.m. EST, I think. And it started the exact same time as the show. So
are you going to keep grinding on your own stream after this?
Yeah, my plan is that after the show, I'm going to go eat some food and then go back to my stream. You know, may as well grind out the remainder of it and then see what happens.
Well, everybody go follow Trey. If we can get a shout out for Average Trover. Mr. Average Trey.
Average Trover. Vitamin's got my emote right there. That's a dope emote. My face.
That's a dope emote.
No bias. That's a dope emote, though. Yeah, Tobo is number 2 in 80%.
Yeah, what year is it, dude?
The old dog keeps learning new tricks, man. I'm telling you.
My brother is like a casual speedrun enjoyer. And Sunshine's always been like his favorite thing to watch in the realm of speedrunning. And during Diday's 113 grind, we were living in the same house during the pandemic, and we would like come running into each other's rooms like, Diddy's on pace. Anyway, I've been messaging my brother about like who's playing when, like whether JJ's playing or whatever, and I messaged him recently and I was like, Tobo's playing 80%.
Yo, Tobo, isn't that like the old guy? Yeah. Yeah, Tobo's been around running this game longer than I have. Like he started in I'm not sure
2013?
I want to know like 2010 or something. Like he's super
really?
old. Yeah. At least 2011, maybe 2010, but yeah, a long time. He's taking a couple breaks.
Nanashi's doing 120 right now as well.
Yeah, there's been records happening in recent times. Like Tobo got a new record, then JJ got the current record at 113.08. And there's been 120 Shines records happening, like SB Runs. Or no, SB. He keeps changing his name. SB got a couple new 120 records, and Nanashi got a record as well, and he's going for another record as we speak. So, kind of insane, honestly.
It's a good time for Sunshine.
There was like a long period there where like no new records were coming up, but things have been cooking recently, let me tell you. This is the easiest secret in the game, but you know, shouldn't take it lightly.
Trey,
you didn't die.
Now, I'm not endorsing this kind of behavior. In fact, let's say for the sake of let's say for legal reasons that I'm joking.
Okay.
What if we were to put a little wager on the first 112?
Okay, I'm down.
All right, let's discuss
like real money?
Yes, let's discuss this fun joke off stream.
Okay.
This is a joke that I'm doing.
Yeah, it's joking. We're joking. I don't even know what money is.
I look, as a full-time content creator, I have no idea what money is. I just
make videos. That's all I do.
Money goes from Twitch to my rent. That's the pipeline. I don't even have a bank account. It's just a pipeline.
It's just my landlord's bank account.
Yeah, I have direct deposit to my landlord. I don't think Dide's been very active of late.
Oh no, the stupid coin. Ah! Oh no, dude, I might reset. Okay, I got that. Yeah, pin at 3 is hard.
This level, not a fan.
I like it, but it is challenging.
I like watching it.
I think I'm gonna reset.
All right.
I was like cusping the reset for a while. I was like, it's over the limit now. So there we go. A new run, a new day. But yeah, if I had to wager, I mean, it's honestly between like Inkstar, JJ, Tobo, maybe Reed if he pops off randomly.
Yeah, I feel like Reed has the potential.
I'm glad you're aware of Reed. Dude, seriously?
Reed's been on this show. Reed's been on this show doing this game. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, he's really good. Hey, Ada, do you want to explain why the timer starts and when it starts?
Yeah, okay. So, hey, everybody. You'll notice that the timer weirdly started at 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Now, as a human being, you're probably aware that most things start at 0. But this one doesn't, and that's pretty wacky. Here's why. Super Mario Sunshine has 5 to 6 minutes of unskippable cutscenes with no inputs. Right at the beginning of the run, there's the intro cutscene in the airplane onto the airstrip, and then there's the cutscene where the guys come and bring you to jail, and then there's the cutscene in the courthouse where they go, objection! Overruled!
And they say Among Us as well.
Do they say Among Us?
The guilty party sits
Among Us!
Yes, there we go.
I find the defendant guilty as charged! Etc.
That's all Pianta impression.
Thank you. Anyway. So, the community voted like probably 3.5 years ago now. It had to have been late 2019.
I want to say it was like mid 2020 or so.
Okay, so in like mid 2020, the community voted and decided that they would allow some slight. Well, there's two versions of this. There's two versions of the wonderful intro skip. There's one version that involves a little bit of game manipulation, and there's one version that involves no game manipulation. So they are named Hacked File and Peach File.
Yes.
So Hacked File,
Dude.
scary word. Basically just means that there is some slight modification going on to have, I believe, just the cutscene flags set as watched or something.
Yeah, so if you save your game after the first 2 cutscenes, it'll still make you do this gameplay, but you'll be able to skip this cutscene from.
And then there's Peach File. So there's small variations that allow you to just like not have to watch these cutscenes, basically. And again, there are no meaningful inputs that take place in these cutscenes at all.
Yeah, like it's not even like Ocarina of Time where you're mashing text. Like there's no inputs at all. So with Hacked File, we're able to just like skip those cutscenes, keep the gameplay intact, and make grinding this game a lot more tolerable at like the modern era of strats that we need to do now. It's a hard game.
Yeah, and there's no leaderboard difference or anything. Like because because the cutscenes last 5 minutes and 40 seconds, if you watch them, you just don't add that time at the beginning. You just start at 0. But if you don't watch them, you just start your timer at 5 minutes 40. So they can all be compared equally. Right. It's just for the purposes of grinding. Because, like, I mean, if you think about it, if you do 100 attempts, that's over 8 hours watching the cutscenes.
I think that math checks out.
Thank you.
You got tutor me in math.
Hey, let's go.
ADEP's going to be tutoring some middle schoolers after this, I've heard.
Yeah, my one of many jobs.
Not enough jobs in this gig economy, you know?
No, truly not. One of the kids that I tutored, he was wearing a Naruto t-shirt.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, oh, Naruto, that's sick. And he's like 7. And he goes...
I thought you were going to say, like, he said to you. Like,
no.
Like, this boomer. Like,
No, he's like 7, and he goes, you don't know what Naruto is. Not knowing that I literally was birthed on this manga.
Bro.
Like I have been reading, I read the entirety of the manga before this kid was born. And I go, oh yeah? And he goes, name one character. He just wanted me to name a character.
Name a character.
He said, name a character other than Naruto. And so I don't know who I said, but I said somebody. And he was like, wait. Who is the Hokage after this person? And I named it. And he goes, why do you know this?
Wait, like other people can like know things other than me?
Yeah, honestly, that is my favorite part about this kid is like, this particular kid is like actually quite smart and like really gifted at math. And he takes for granted the fact that he just knows things. And when other people know things, he's like, how do you know this?
Ah, man. That's, yeah, I mean, at maturation, I think you had like an eye-opening moment there, to be honest.
Yeah, like, damn, other people can know stuff. That's nuts.
Crazy. Ooh, that's a good spider location. Okay. That's pretty good.
The type of commentary you will only hear on a speedrun stream. That's a good spider location.
It's not even a spider, it's a water skater. It's a skeeter, this game, you know? But yeah, math, tutoring.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Dope.
Intro skip is cool.
Yeah, so
I'm definitely, I will say, I am one of the, like, speedrun purists who, whenever that type of vote comes up, I'm like, nah.
Oh, dude, there was... You would not... Okay, you think, like, there was drama around that? You should have seen the drama. So, a long time ago, back in my day... I mean, your days, you've been around for a long time, too.
I have, yeah.
We used to time this game with not file select timing, but reset timing.
Yeah.
You know, just like Mario 64 does. A literal 7-second difference, right? You know, like reset the console and then do it versus just select the file. There was an insane amount of drama over the decision to switch from reset to file select timing. You have no idea. Like the Skype group was like up in arms. There were like sides.
Buff windowsill.
Like, dude, it's 7 seconds. Like, oh my God. It was crazy. And
I also just said I want to give appreciation to something that only Trey will care about. I just said buffed windowsill.
Buff windowsill.
Instead of ice windowsill.
Who is buff windowsill?
I don't know. It's a combination. I'm combining two speedrunners over here.
Dang. But I mean, I will admit, I was kind of a boomer. I might have been one of those guys being like, no, you got to keep reset. It's purity. I don't remember. It was a while ago. But.
Yeah, the way I felt about it is like, I had feelings, but I abstained. I didn't say any of them or vote. I was like, I'm not an active enough member of this community to have I should not have a say in this literally at all. And as a casual observer of Sunshine, I think it's pretty dope. Like, skipping the cutscenes is just better for viewership.
Yeah, it honestly is. Yeah, I don't know. I think like back in the day, there was like this sort of aura of like, oh, we got to keep this, the sanctity of the game intact, but it's like, screw that.
Yeah, and also like JRTA timing still being used in RPGs. Like, my God, if your RPG speedrun still ends timing at the end, coming up after the credits, what are you doing?
That was an unfortunate shine miss. I went like right under that. Dang. Oh, does any game still like time from first input SDA timing? Or not?
Yeah, Breath of the Wild starts on first input because there's an unskippable like 30-second cutscene, or rather,
Tears
you
of the
can
Kingdom
skip
had like
it.
an even worse intro cutscene.
Yeah, so Breath of the Wild has this like cutscene that you can skip after like 30 seconds, right at the beginning after you select new game, and so it was decided that you would just start timing on first input of Link. Tears of the Kingdom, you start the game and there's a cutscene you can skip, and then there's like 3 minutes of a walking simulator with Zelda, and then a cutscene that is like unskippable and like 3 or 4 minutes long or something.
Yo, wait, how did I miss that? That was nuts. I think I despawned him by accident. Yeah, there's a weird thing with this piranha plant where like, if you turn around too quickly after you spray him, he will literally just like cease to exist and your water will go right through where he would have been. So that's cool. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, but basically there's like not a lot of meaningful gameplay in the intro, and then a really long unskippable cutscene, and so basically you don't like have meaningful inputs until like 7 minutes in.
Right.
Like there is movement in the intro, but it's like pretty negligible, and the community overwhelmingly voted to skip it, to just make a save right at the beginning of the actual gameplay. And then right after they did that, an intro skip was found, so they had to get rid of the intro skip because now there was a meaningful input where you could clip out of bounds and skip half the intro. So on some versions of the game, you now have to watch the cutscene again.
Isn't it funny how that like retroactive stuff can happen like that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was sort of a theory in Mario Sunshine where like we knew if you can manage to find a way to die on the file select screen, you can skip the cutscenes. Actually, if you like continuously die on the file select, you can skip all the cutscenes you want. But I'm pretty sure that's not going to be possible. So only theoretical.
When you say die on the file select screen, how does that transition into gameplay? This would be good. Wait, hang on, Trey. No, this would be a good video.
Ooh, I think.
Speak no further. This is a good video.
Yeah. Like keep it under wraps. Find out when you watch my video on it. I'm totally gonna make one of these days. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird game. That's all you get for now.
But yeah, so you can still do intro skip in Tears of the Kingdom. You just don't get the time save.
Yeah, I've heard about that. So then basically, there's no intro skip then if you're like high level.
Yeah, exactly.
Competitive. That's kind of unfortunate because like you gotta listen to Zelda and like or no, isn't it like? Or I guess you're like doing crazy movement and stuff though. But
so for the
like,
OOB, the game begins and you immediately do the out of bounds, like literally right away.
Yeah, I've seen it like once, but it's been a while.
It's like kind of hard. And then after you successfully get it, you skip all of the Zelda walking around and you do some cool inputs out of bounds. And then you have to watch like a long cutscene of Ganon talking to you in Zelda.
Oh yeah, it was the Ganon cutscene. That's the one you can't skip. Link, look at these paintings. Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
Samu. The Kingdom.
Samu had world record in the game for a little bit.
Dude, Samu gets world record in like everything and doesn't get enough credit for it.
Samu's goated.
He's a madman.
He's been around longer than either of us by a lot.
Yeah, he inspired me to. He's one of my inspirations to pick this game up, of the various inspirations I've had. For sure.
I think Samu inspired your entire generation of Sunshine Runners.
Yeah, it could be argued that, like, Paper Ario,
Stelzig, and Samu, I feel like were like the big...
That was one of the OG rivalries, those two. Back in 2014.
Remember when, is it still, probably not, the image I have in my mind of Samurai Man, like back in the day on his like SRL, like if you click his stream on SRL or his like offline or something, was like the Sword Art Online crossed swords.
Oh, I don't even remember that. I was thinking of like Rio, the bird.
Oh yeah, that too. I forgot about that.
That was like his iconic thing for a while. Yeah, Samurai Man just like picks up a new game and gets world record in it and then moves on. Kind of nutty. He's always been doing that.
Definitely goated. Did he have world record in Dread ever?
Dread?
Yeah.
This is a better run than the previous run so far by a little bit. Which is, I mean, PD, there's always the potential PD could have cost me like almost a minute there, so at least that didn't happen. See you, Gumi. He just went through that wall. These are Gumis, by the way.
Hello, Gumi.
Or I guess, I don't know. There's like sort of like an argument with like their real name is. Some people say they're swoopin' stews. Or no, Goobles. It's either Gooble or swoopin'. Gumi is a Pokemon.
Gumi is a Pokemon.
But it looks like Gumi. That's why it gets that name often. Gelato Beach Skip. Stay on. Oh man, that barely went off.
Sad.
You hate to see it. Think about this game is acid reset.
We'll probably, if it's okay with you, we could take our first break here.
Oh yeah, go for it. That's the perfect time. There we go.
Okay, gamers, we'll be right back in just a couple minutes. Do not adjust your televisions. Stay right where you are. We're just going to take a brief break here, and we'll be back with more Super Mario Sunshine 80% personal best attempts with YouTube superstar Average Trey. So everybody stick right there, and we'll be right back after this.
Did I get into the run?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to PB Precipice. My name is Adef, and we've got Average Trey here doing Super Mario Sunshine any % attempts. Some quick announcements, though, before we get into things here. Did you know that we announced the dates for Awesome Games Done Quick 2024? It's going to be live in person January 14th to the 21st in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of the Steelers. Run submissions are now open and will close September 10th. Use !AGDQ in Twitch chat for more info. Trey, whenever you're ready, get back into this thing and maybe explain the 540 on the timer.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It just makes sense. We just do it because we like mixing it up a little bit, you know? Back on the airstrip once again.
Actually, Trey, I'd be curious to hear, and maybe the people would be interested as well, to hear what the sort of like, what's up and coming on the Trey YouTube channel.
A lot of Sunshine stuff I got planned in the near future. I also got a couple, anyone familiar with SSX Tricky snowboarding game on the GameCube? Got a couple things potentially for that as well. I'm actually, currently what I'm streaming on my Twitch channel is I've been going through, I used to speedrun that game like a long time ago, do like ILs of it mainly. And I've been going through beating all my old race ILs from like years ago, one by one, every category. And I'm having a whole lot of fun doing that. So if you like Tricky, check it out on Twitch. So, but YouTube stuff, yeah, a lot of Sunshine in the near future for sure. So if you're a fan of like highly edited, highly scripted stuff, check it out. You might enjoy it. I do love me some video editing. I think editing, you know, I think I could really see myself possibly like editing for a larger channel in the future, or like maybe just general video editing for like, maybe not even YouTube. Who knows? I don't know what the future holds, but
it's not too late to get into film.
Never too late.
No.
But that is my my forte, self-taught. So.
Are you using just Premiere or do you do any After Effects?
Like 99% Premiere, and then occasionally I'll like do one little thing in After Effects. I should do more After Effects stuff, but it's scary. It's a scary program.
It's so many scary. Things in it. I might need a little bit of mentorship on a couple of things that I would like to look better in my videos.
Oh yeah, if you got like any questions, hit me up, and I might give some suggestions, you know?
Dope.
My first suggestion is probably going to be, yeah, there's a YouTube tutorial for that.
Yeah, I know.
But
like sometimes I don't know what to look up.
Right, yeah. There's like very specific things you're trying to do sometimes. But YouTube has a surprising amount of like specific, like translatable tutorials to like sort of what I'm trying to do sometimes. If I ever need that, which I do. So. Oh, don't go that way. Ah. Didn't hold horizontally enough. I almost got caught on the ceiling, but I'm okay. What I was trying to do there was like the sideways spin jump into wide turn wall kicks. But I got caught in the ceiling and had to back it up. So I backed it up eventually.
What a god. Something I want to do that I've been like trying to do, but I think I'm doing it in a way that's stupid. Like that's, I feel like a lot of people do this type of thing with programs, but I also do it where like I want to accomplish a technical goal. And I find a really dumb workaround that works for me that takes like 10 steps.
Dude, honestly, I will always do that stuff where like I spaghetti together a thing that looks impressive, but if you knew like the workings behind it, you'd be like, what the heck is going on?
Right, and like then you find out
so.
you find out like 2 years later that you can just press Control E and it just like does it for you. That happened to me in Photoshop recently. For years I've been using Photoshop, and like if I select something like the entire image and I want to deselect it, I would go up to the marquee tool, click it, and then click outside the region. I found out just recently you can just press Control D and it does it for you.
Oh, I'm not even doing that. This is new technology to me.
Yeah, Control D deselects.
Dude, I like never learn all the hotkeys and stuff. I just like do all the clicking necessary generally. Although one thing I recommend in Premiere, map rendering stuff to enter. You'll thank me later. Like the quick like render option to make the line on top from red to green, you know?
Oh, so that you can like real-time watch effects.
Yeah. I'm always rendering stuff like render into out. Render into out is the thing, I believe.
Just I-O enter.
Yep. And I just map that to enter, and it's a whole lot easier than like clicking the thing every single time.
Okay, so here's my question. Maybe you have a better way to do this. When I'm doing a motion effect and I'm bringing an asset, people are going to love this commentary. It's gripping.
It is for me.
I'm going to let you play this level first.
Oh, I'm playing it. Oh no! It is being played as we speak. Okay. There's a cube in the way. What the heck? All right. Continue. PD will carry it. It's fine.
So if I'm doing the motion effect to like bring an asset on screen.
Yeah.
Like, do you know there's an animation principle called ease in, ease out?
Dude, I am an ease in, ease out lord.
Okay, so that's what I was gonna say is like I feel like the ease in, ease out is pretty good on your stuff because like that whole principle of like things should come in smoothly, speed up, and then rest in nicely.
Although not always. Sometimes you want a more jarring like linear thing.
For sure.
Depends on the situation.
But the way I've been doing that, and maybe this is just the best way to do it, is like I'll keyframe it moving a little bit and then just keyframe it moving a lot after that.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Is there a way to make it smooth more easily?
You can turn the linear keyframes into Bezier keyframes. You know that?
Wait.
You know what Bezier?
Yeah, it's a type of transform.
A transform?
In the world of math and physics.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is just...
this is just keyframes, baby.
I'm sure it's a parallel to that in some way, but you can right-click on like a linear keyframe, make it a Bezier, and then you can like adjust these little whiskers and then make it like whatever smooth stuff you want.
Okay, that's sick.
Let's try that out.
See, this is what I'm talking about. There's like all these little things that I don't know, but I also don't know to look them up.
Right. Yeah, it's like, do I look up like smoothen keyframes?
Right. Yeah. What are your other Premiere hot tips, Trey?
Make good videos.
Oh, thanks.
With the software.
Thank you.
I can't think of anything like specific right now. But I'm sure as soon as I open up the program, I'm like, oh yeah, that, and that. Those are good tips. I'll think about it as we riff. I'll think of something.
Riffing?
We riffing big time.
Big time.
All right, so Petey's gonna carry me. It's gonna be fine. Petey's my homie.
Obviously.
He always does that.
Good. He's always good.
You know, that's the thing about this game is that it's hard. I've always been weaker at early game than late game, like just in general, because I fall into that trap of like, oh, well, I don't care if like Bianco 4 goes well. PD is just gonna like ruin it anyway. But I mean, gameplay is gameplay. You can't just think that way. You gotta have the right mindset, you know?
Yeah.
Time is time. The world align.
Nice. You come up with that?
I'm gonna copyright that thing.
Wow, yeah, might as well. It's perfect.
I know exactly what that means. I know what limes are.
Noted Twitch streamer Average Trey, aware of citrus fruits.
Indeed.
trying to think if there's any other like annoying things I hate doing in Premiere that I feel like should be easier.
It's hard to just, like, think of stuff out of nowhere.
You know that vocal thing where, like, in a lot of like, this is a big bit to do in videos over the last, like, 5 years, I feel like. Making it sound like somebody's voice is booming and, like, echoing.
Oh, yeah, audio. Dude, audio, and I always say this to any aspiring video makers out there, your audio is more important than your video, just, like, straight up. And that only gets more true as time goes on. Because, hold on, PD's gonna do a thing. That only gets truer as time goes on, because as time goes on, you know, the way that we consume content more and more, you know, you're watching a video like and you're eating lunch, or you're, you know, about to go to sleep or something, and you're not necessarily looking like full attention at the screen all the time, right?
Right. So
if the audio's, and the audio, you're always gonna hear the audio, you're not always gonna see the video. Right?
Yeah.
So it's important to like nail that audio. And as far as like that booming voice effect, there are like a few different like studio reverb, surround reverb.
You're right. I know there's like effects plugins in Premiere for audio that allow you to choose like, do you want it to sound like they're in an orchestra hall? Do you want it to sound like they're... I just don't think it's very good.
There's also, I found an effect recently, it's just called mastering. And there's like a specific pull down option, like preset in the mastering effects. That's it has like a better reverb than the actual reverb, I find. So try that out.
Sick.
Mastering.
But yeah, I agree. I want my audio to be good. I think my audio upgrade from video 1 to video 2 was pretty massive.
That's good.
But even then, it's not still where I want it to be, I think.
I still struggle with getting the right voiceovers. Like, I got a new microphone a couple months ago, and it's hard to like get it to where it's not peaking, but it's also, there's not like a wide variance of like high and low. Like I'm not like tweaking the audio after the fact to like make it consistent throughout, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Hard to get that just right.
I would say that audio, you know, as well as maybe according to Trey being the most important part, is also the hardest part for me.
Yeah, I agree. Also like in streaming.
I hate mixing. I hate mixing.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I way prefer like making creative video stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes down to brass tacks, the cool video stuff, not as important as good audio. That's just how it is. Gotta sound good, you know?
Yeah, you could put a compressor. You could put a compressor on your microphone.
Yeah, that's true. There's also like, I add like all kinds of stuff in Audacity to like help out with that. But it's not foolproof, I'll say that much. It takes some tweaking. Okay, I was gonna play that safe. I threw it a little bit too far right. Oh God, is that going in the water? There, we're good. Our coconut's alive. That tree got in the way. Ah, man. Might be a reset. Ooh, it's a tough call. You know what? I'll keep it going until early cycle, and if we get that, we're good to go.
I like that.
That's the thing about this game, is that there's like all these like checkpoint moments where it's like, well, it's savable if that big RNG thing goes well, so I'll keep it going. Tough call, though.
Try. Which plugin are you using to remove your green screen? Are you using chroma key, color key, or ultra matte?
I'm using the ultra key.
Okay, I also use the ultra key.
Yeah.
It's the sauce. It's so much better.
Dude, it's just like straight up. I don't know, like somehow they programmed that. It like almost has a mind of its own, I swear.
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing when they made 1.0 on color key, but then they really leveled up the game when they decided to make master key or whatever.
Yeah. Wait, master key, what's that? That sounds familiar. Sounds like a Zelda thing.
It sounds also like a Kingdom Hearts thing or something.
See if I reach. I'm reaching.
He's reaching.
I'm at least getting that extremely difficult trick.
It's a sick trick.
I can put that feather in my cap. That I'm getting that trick.
Yankee Doodle type guy over
Type
here.
vibe. Okay, so
I give a type of Yankee Doodle vibe to the function.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I got the old good pattern, which means I can't do the new good pattern based on the first chomplet. That's okay though. I mean, this is still. It kind of just like comes down to what the final chomplet does ultimately. So hopefully, and he was bad, so that's great, right?
Average summoning
that's why
salt
it's hard
video.
to optimize this game because there's so many like little random things like this.
Average summoning salt video would be like Yankee Doodle gamer gets old good cycle instead of new good cycle.
True. Jimmy Poopins gets the new good cycle.
When I saw that the video was going to be about Jimmy Poopins, I got so excited because Jimmy is a friend of mine and I feel like does not get as much respect as he deserves within the speedrunning community because nobody knows who he is.
I was going to get all kinds of respect.
I know. And also, those who knew who he was, his name is Jimmy Poopins.
Man, I always think back and I'm like, I wish my username was funnier, but it's too late now. Too late.
Like, Jimmy Poopins has a PhD in statistics.
Ooh. Oh, I'm going to try this. So yeah.
Yeah.
If you missed the first time I talked about this, there's actually a new strat in Pianissimo where we read this sign, but don't worry, he still moves during that. It doesn't pause the world as I read that. And then somehow, I couldn't even begin to explain how it works. If you read that sign and then you face a certain range of angles as you talk to him as he comes up here, and I have not really learned this that well, but I'll tell you if I get it. I did not get it. I think I'm going to learn from this one. I should have been facing further left because you got to be facing him like pretty directly on. And basically all that does is initiate the text box even quicker for some reason. So actual strats in a literal auto-scroller. That's right. Pretty insane.
It is sad that there's less parkour in that level now.
Yeah, I mean, you got to like sort of play it more strictly, but I mean, honestly, it's pretty insane. I can't believe there's like actually a time save there after all these years.
That's a good video too.
It's true. There's a lot of potential for a lot of untapped content in Sunshine for sure.
I would say you're the only one tapping the content.
I am tapping it as we speak, so I'm gonna keep doing that. Nice. Got that 2 runs in a row. That's good. The thing about this game is ultimately I think the bottom line of this game, why it's so hard to like, not just PB, but like get a run close to PB consistently, is that the majority of mistakes you make in this game are just so punishing. Like if I died right there, that costs like a minimum 40 seconds, like straight up.
Right.
So it's like, a lot has to go right to get a good run this game. It's tough, for sure. Ooh, best chomp. Here we go.
I always love that you can tell which chomp cycle you're on based on the intro cutscene.
Yeah, that definitely helps. That specific movement was to make him go the right way.
And here Trey is mashing Y, I think.
Oh, I was mashing L to
L? Oh, that's what it is.
keep the camera as centered as possible. That was really good.
That was nice.
A lot of like little tiny like quick release tricks from the chain to hold it as much as you can. So that was solid. Okay, so I'm gonna reset if I don't get early cycle. So get your prages in the chat for this early cycle.
Nice.
I will say early cycle, it's come a long way. Like back when I started, it was a lot rarer to get this than it is now because we've optimized our chuckster movement so much more. I'd say when I started, it was like a 1 in 10 chance you ever got this in a run. But nowadays, it's more like 1 in 3, maybe? Like if you do like the optimal movement and the secret to get there. So it's not as bad as it used to be. But at the same time, it's a lot more necessary to get it. So
early cycle, for those who are unaware, there is a chuckster at the end of this level that throws Mario to the platform that the Shine Sprite is on. And he is walking around this platform at a somewhat random interval and stops when he wants to stop. And you cannot jump to the Shine platform. You need him to throw you. And so if he's in the right spot, vis-a-vis early cycle, you get lucky and your run is fast.
This guy got me bad luck. Let's see though. Oh no!
No.
I messed up the hardest side flip. Let's see if I make it. Dang, so close. That is the single hardest side flip in the entire game, and every single runner of this game will vouch for that. That's just how it is. That side flip never wants to work. But we go again. And we try our best. Yeah, I could have gotten that. But side flips. Down and up. It's a hard input to do.
What makes that one hard? Just the pressure that you got early cycle?
Dude, nobody knows. I think it has to do with like you're trying to do it before you're fully out of the being thrown backwards animation or something. But can we just, you know what? Inkstar was ranting about this recently, and I want to agree with him. Can we just blame the game for once? It's the game's fault, right?
Game
it's
gets
not our
confused.
for once. It's not our fault. It's the game spiting us, making that not work. I'm saying it right now. It's so bizarre why that always happens. That's my reasoning.
I love it.
The game's fault. But hey, that gives us a chance to get a better early game now. Isn't that exciting?
I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, the timer starts at 5 whatever because of hacked file. It's the new standard ever since a couple years ago. Keeps all the gameplay intact, but it skips the cutscenes that have literally 0 inputs anyway. So it's a whole lot better for grinding stuff. Had we not had that system, we would have had like 20 minutes more of cutscenes we would have watched during this grind already. So good thing we don't do that anymore. Still have this cutscene though. And a few others.
If you do 1,000 attempts, 1,000 attempts of Super Mario Sunshine 80% watching the intro, which is not inconceivable. Like that's a conceivable number of attempts at the world record level.
Oh, for sure.
That is like 13 hours of just watching the same movies.
Yeah, it adds up. Like it's I used to do a thing where like during the intro I would play a game during the longest of the cutscenes, the court case one. I would like play like Minish Cap or Superstar Saga during it. And it's kind of fun, like a cool little gimmick. Actually, like Wilco and Vincent doing that. Back when Wilco played this game. But now we just skip all that entirely. So yay. You know?
1,000 attempts is like 4 days. Wait, am I stupid? 1,000 times 5 minutes 40 is 60 times 5, which is 300. So that's 340 seconds. And then divide by 3,600. Yeah, it's 94 hours.
Multiple days.
Yeah, it's 4 days. It's like a little under 4 days of just watching. Overruled.
Yeah.
Where did I get 12 hours? I said it and it felt low, but I was like, that must be right.
I believed you. I was like, okay. He's the math guy.
It's almost 100 hours. Which is brutal.
Yeah, especially nowadays, this game is like way more reset heavy than it was back in the day. Like the level of play required now. It's like an entirely different game. Like I used to have world records in this game like in 2015, but like it wasn't even the same game with like the standards, how much they've gone up now. So I'm just saying.
That's basically the question I was asking at the beginning was like, do you think the level of play in general has gone up because of the ability to skip the intro?
Oh yeah, that's a better way to phrase it. It's certainly helped. Like it's I think I would have been a lot more hesitant to learn the fast Bianco 3 strats had we still been doing foul select. Because like if you mess up a thing like that early in the run, like the reset's so painless, it's like why not go for it?
Right.
But if you had like 6 minutes of stuff every time to do that, it's a little harder to justify doing it.
And it's also like, I feel like it's inarguable that, you know, if you take out 6 minutes at the beginning, that means people on average, even if they just aren't resetting that much, if they do 5 hours of no resets, or whatever, 10 hours of no resets, they're like by definition doing more speedrunning.
Right,
and so,
yeah, it's more
like,
bang for your buck.
You're literally throwing more darts at the dartboard than before.
It only helps. The only downside is the quote-unquote purity, but like who cares about that, right?
I think in speedrunning, we in general are leaving that era.
Yeah.
Which is an era you and I both inhabited.
Oh yeah, we spanned that era, certainly.
When OOT was voting on intro skip, that's a game I do play a lot. And I was thinking about it, and I decided to make this little like comparison chart based on something somebody had done for a different game of like, okay, like what we were just talking about. If you do X many attempts, how much time have you spent watching the intro? Mm-hmm. And after I did that and tweeted it out, I was like, yeah, we should skip it.
And think about it this way. People argue for the longest time in that game. Oh, but there's text mashing. There's inputs. You got to bash text. And then this game doesn't even have text. So like there's literally no reason not to skip it. Honestly.
Yeah, and like if you're mashing even kind of fast in OOT, the most you're going to lose is like a couple frames.
Yeah, it's 20 FPS, so it's like easy frame perfect stuff. It's just like annoying mashing you got to do. Yeah, I think it was a great decision for them to move on from that intro. It's a cool intro, but
it is a cool intro. We keep it for bingo because for bingo races, it serves a legitimate purpose, which is you spend the first 3 minutes of the intro cutscene picking your row.
It's the exact same way in Sunshine. That's the planning phase.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, when you're doing bingo, that intro has never seemed shorter.
No, it feels so short.
And it's like
you're like, I already got to move
in that game.
I'm not ready.
But man, those Majora's Mask runners, if there's Majora's Mask bingo, they got all the time in the world. Is there Majora's Mask bingo? There's got to be, right?
Yeah. I don't think it's played very much, but yeah.
Yeah, that is first cycle Majora's Mask. I feel bad for that.
Any percent skips first cycle now.
That's right.
It's ludicrous, but it works.
Certainly more exciting than actually doing it, though, the intended way.
Yeah, man. Every single Majora's Mask speedrun ever starting with, okay, go collect 80 rupees while you wait for this clock to finish.
Yeah. Talk to this woman a couple times. And
fall asleep.
I used to watch a lot of N-Out back in the day. Still do occasionally. I mean, he came back to the game recently.
Can you believe he's back after being like, yeah, guys, I'm
Dude.
never streaming again. I'm a train engineer now. And we were like, bye, N-Up, we love you. And now he's just doing any percent attempts again.
Bro, every speedrunner has a curse where like they retire and they just keep coming back. Like something brings us back to these games. I don't know what it is. Just, I don't know. Like you start to miss it after a while. It's like, man, the feeling of improvement in accomplishing these goals, I kind of miss that.
I genuinely think I'll be doing OOT bingo until I am too old to hold a controller.
And then bingo, it's like always a different thing every time. Like randomizer as well, right?
Yeah.
So there's always ways to mix it up on top of that. By the way, I don't know if it could show up that well on camera, but see that GameCube painting?
It's pretty
behind me?
sick.
A friend of mine named Rats painted that for me, and I'm so honored and humbled.
Of the famous Rat Bounce?
The famous, yeah, Rat of famous Rat Bounce fame in the Chuckster Secret. Painted that for me, and it's the orange GameCube logo, which is like my color, and I love the GameCube, so...
Orange is the best color.
I think it looks quite nice back there. Dude, this glitchy wall kick is giving me a heck of a time right now. It's not going off.
Yeah, there's this thing in this game where when you wall kick, if you like Y-turn while doing the wall kick, you can like wall kick off the same wall twice in a row. Or like jump towards the wall that
you're wall kicking in the direction of the wall, basically. And it's also possible in Mario 64, but it's a lot like it's like actually consistent in this game and done a totally different way. I think in Mario 64, it's based on like hugging a wall as you do it will like trick the game into making you wall kick forward if you do it right. But in this game, you literally just press Y and then A in a certain succession, and you'll wall kick in that direction, and it's there you go. Comes in handy to get over like ledges that are just like barely too high to jump up sometimes. Oh snap. Don't worry, I gotta back up. Because ledge grabbing is slower than not ledge grabbing typically.
What do you feel like you have an end goal right now in Sunshine? Like 113 is like the sauce?
Ah, man, dude. I think if I get a 113, I'm probably done with any percent. Like, to push beyond 113, 113 alone is, like, insanely hard to get. And it's honestly kind of wild that 112 is possible, or, like, could happen any day now. Like, take it from me, a guy who's ran this game for, like, many, many years. The level of play required for that, I would literally have to just like dedicate full time to grinding this game for like the next year to even have like a shot at 112 probably. And I am not willing to do that. So I'll leave it to Inkstar and JJ and Tobo and all them.
So brave.
But yeah, 113, I'm not grinding right now because again, I'm like super focused on like the YouTube stuff. But if I got a 113, it would mean it'd mean a lot to me to achieve that. So,
I mean, the first 113 broke my brain.
Oh yeah, at the time it was like unfathomable, and then pushing a minute beyond that is just like, bro. And to be fair, there have been like minor optimizations, like the Piantissimo thing, and various like second or like fraction of a second time saves. But there's so many like minor time saves that are always like 5 times more hard to do.
Yeah.
And doing those back to back to back on top of the randomness and all that stuff, it's brutal at a high level. But all the respect to those at that level, for sure. Okay, that was a... he went over the wall, but it wasn't a bad over-the-wall pattern. So we're doing not terribly. I can say that much. I mean, if this were like my stream, I would have reset by now, but I can afford to keep this going. We can make it up. Play our cards right.
So let's say you got the 113. Would you... Because, like, obviously, you're focusing on YouTube, and I think that is the right call.
Yeah.
But, like, on the side project, 96, 120.
Ooh, there was a moment I was like, man, I might get back into 120. I don't know. Because, like, I quote-unquote retired from 120 after I got my sub 3 in January 2018. That was, like... 5.5 years ago, goddamn. But I might come back to 120 if there's ever a point where I'm like not as focused on videos for some reason, which I don't see in the near future. But if there was that point, I could maybe see myself doing 120 again. But I don't want to guarantee it. There's a non-zero chance, I'll say that much. A long category though. A lot of stuff to learn. But it's fun. Oh man, I choked that. I had it, dude. The very end. We'll get early cycle, it's fine. I believe. I had a good coconut throw. Honestly, dude, the coconut throw is more difficult than the actual trick itself, and that went well. Which is good to see. They need a Mario Sunshine too. I don't know if they need that, but it would be kind of dope, depending on how it turns out.
I clamored for years for just an HD port of this game, and it did not go how I wanted it to go.
It's like, oh, I realized I could just emulate it for free. But, you know.
No, Trey, no, that's bad.
I mean, theoretically you could. I wouldn't do it, though. I would literally give Nintendo my money for that.
Yes, because Nintendo definitely makes money when we buy the game at GameStop.
Yeah.
Used.
Yeah, I don't know. The 3D All-Stars port, it's not bad. It's just like, I don't know. It still lags in areas.
Yeah, it's just like they didn't optimize anything. The game's just like widescreen and that's it.
Like slightly upscaled. I don't know. It's weird. Like it lags a lot in Delfino Plaza, but they seem to fix the lag in places like Manta where it typically lags in this game, in this, you know, original port. Not port, the game itself, you know?
Right.
So it's kind of weird. Like they fix lag and then cause more lag at the same time. I don't even know how that's possible, but that's how it is. So
I guess the Switch just isn't that much more powerful than the GameCube.
Honestly, kind of not, if you think about it.
Yeah, true.
We need a Switch 2 or a Switch, whatever they call it. I don't know.
The Switch U.
I think Switch U is the last thing they would call it after the Wii U.
You never know. Nintendo is a puzzling company.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible because, like, you know, for the NES and the SNES, it worked for that. So they figured, oh yeah, the Wii and the Wii U, obviously. But I doubt they would ever, like, sort of, like, build on names like they used to after the Wii U, honestly.
Also, new 3DS. Come on, guys.
Wait, that's a new system? Is it just like
what?
a 3DS? Or
Wait, you don't know about this? Okay.
I vaguely recall that.
When the 3DS launch was the 3DS, and then they made the 3DS XL, which is just the big 3DS.
Yeah, I never had a 3DS, so I don't like know this too well.
And then they made the new Nintendo 3DS, which is just a slightly upgraded 3DS, but there are titles you can only play on the new.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that. I always thought it was just like a better model of it.
It is. It's higher processing power. Like screen looks better, buttons are better, the make of the thing is better.
And there were like games that couldn't run on an old 3DS.
Correct. Just a few.
Wow.
And there are a few games I think that just run markedly better on new 3DS. But I think the Xenoblade port can't run on normal 3DS, but it can run on new.
Yeah, I mean, Xenoblade's like a massive game. That's understandable.
And then there's the 2DS, obviously. And then there's the new Nintendo 3DS XL, which is the big new 3DS.
Actually, yeah, I just remember now, like the new with the
little
like the colorful stuff around it. Yep, I remember it now. It's all coming back to me. Yeah, I never owned a 3DS though.
Really? It's a great system.
I think it was marketed pretty badly initially, then it caught on later on, but I just never got one.
It's very good. There's some bangers in 3DS library. So much so that I paid an amount that basically I could have paid a small army to go just make me one of these things, but I paid a small fortune to get a 3DS capture card.
Ooh, how much are those costing?
It cost me when I got one like 2.5 years ago, I think, to send mine to the guy that did it and get it back from Europe where he was. It cost me like $400.
Ooh, yeah. That's more than the actual thing itself, the 3DS, right?
Yeah. Look, I don't regret it because it works. I do kind of regret it because there are better options now.
Well, hey, good thing there's better options now.
Yeah.
At the very least.
For you, if you want one.
If I ever want one. Oh, no. Oh, man. Now I'm really going to need a recycle. I messed up. There's like a little trick to like release grabbing this chain fast enough. But I did not get it. So then here we are going around town at the speed of sound. Early cycle will give us a good chunk of time save though. To be on maybe not like PB pace, but like decent pace, you know?
Yeah.
Decent enough. Man, it's just like, this is like my struggle area though. I've always been worse at early game than late game. So if I get around to late game, it'll likely have better results than my early game. And it doesn't help that like modern day strats are just so much harder than they used to be. It's the inevitable power creep of any speed game. It's just, it gets harder and harder, never easier. So, you know.
Yeah, very rare that, you know, maybe an optimization will be found that skips a hard thing in favor of an easy thing that happens to be faster.
Very few and far between though.
Yeah, not common.
That's Yoshi's kid, by the way. Get the Yosh. Talk to me. Oh my god. Oh, dude. What? Wait, did you see that?
I did. Yeah, what was going on
Yo, I actually have no idea what happened there. Is that gonna reach? Okay, dude, what the heck?
Where was the B button prompt?
I don't know. I was like right behind him. That was so weird. I've never seen that before.
We could take the second break here and then do a no reset to the end?
I'm down. Yeah, I'm down for no reset.
All right, word gamers. We're going to take our final break of the show here for just a couple minutes. Don't go anywhere. When we get back, we're going to do a full no reset run all the way through. Stick around for more PB Precipice after this. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to PB Precipice on your Games Done Quick Hotfix. My name is Adef. We're joined by YouTube phenom, Average Trey VG, and some quick announcements right before we get into things. GDQ or Games Done Quick Express will be live from TwitchCon October 20th to the 22nd. The event will take place on the Games Done Quick stage, as well as streamed live on the GDQ Twitch channel. Go to gamesdonequick.com for more info. Host volunteer submissions are open from now until September 3rd. Oh my gosh, that's today! And with that, Trey, why don't you? Oh, also just noting that this will be live streamed. Like GDQX is live; it's on our channel, and then videos will be uploaded to YouTube after the fact, as with most GDQ events. But Trey,
that's how they all are.
Yeah, we'll do a no reset here, full run through of Super Mario Sunshine.
We're gonna do a no reset. It's gonna be a 113. It's gonna be sick. Here we go.
If you won 13 on this, Trey, I'll gift 10 in your channel right now.
10? Okay, now I gotta get it. Here we go. Now it's a true marathon run of sorts, I suppose.
Of sorts.
Minus the marathon.
And the run.
We're doing it live.
In the words of Bill O'Reilly.
And you know what? This is my best nurse trip this whole stream, so...
Goated!
A good sign, right? I got the water slide onto the goop, which puts you like right in the point blank in his grill to like spray him as soon as possible. So good.
Good.
I was gonna say when you said GDQX, I was like, wait, is it like the 10th one? Holy crap.
No, there have been more than 10.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's been well more than 10.
Yeah. Yeah, no, GDQ Express, it's the TwitchCon event, which was absent from last TwitchCon, but it's back. The games list just came out for it yesterday. I am on it.
Ooh, what are you doing?
But as a backup run. Which I still don't know what that means in this context, because it's not a backup runner, it's a backup game. So I don't know if somebody else just got to like fully drop for me to even have a chance.
So remind me how backup games and GDQs work. Is it
I
like...
don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is there like a priority of like...
I don't know.
Because you got to choose like one. You got to choose one of the backups.
Trey, so. I don't know.
Dude, I think maybe nobody knows.
Presumably the games committee knows.
Yeah, they know something we don't. I've always wondered that. It's like, because one time I had Pac-Man World 2 as a backup run for a GDQ I went to before. And lo and behold, it never had to get done. But I don't know what conditions would have had to be met for it to actually be in. So
I think, and I am not speaking on behalf of the games committee here, I do not know how it actually works. I think the idea is there are two reasons a backup run would be necessary. The former of which is really unlikely. But if we're ever so far ahead in the marathon that we need to fill time, then
which
a backup
never happens,
run, right? In this day and age is very rare. But if that were to happen, I think that's one reason that backups would be used. I think the other rationale is if somebody has to drop last second completely. Now, in what order a run is chosen, I have literally no idea.
That's what I was always most curious about, but I don't think anyone knows. Except for the shadow governments.
The shadow government.
Only they know. I got an unfortunate spider. This was pretty solid until the spider was kind of off in his own world, but oh well. Like that's why it's so hard to get within 2 minutes of SO Sum of Best in this game. It's just like not just the major RNG, but the minor RNG. That those little things add up.
They do
over time, and there's so many of them, more than you ever realize. On top of just the movement being like kind of loosey-goosey. You know, the main thing between 64 and this game is that 64, the camera is a button, and it has like consistent camera button adjustments for the camera. But this game, it's a nice, like smooth, loosey-goosey C-stick like this, right? And you only have like, it's harder to be consistent with like a smooth moving camera. Feel me?
I feel you.
That being said, it's a better camera, so I will download it.
Yeah, SM64 sucks.
Objectively, better camera. This game has like the best camera in any 3D game ever, and anyone who says it's bad, I immediately got to discredit their opinion. That is green split. Yo, first green split of the stream. I'm pretty excited, and it's only gonna stay green, I'm sure. So
we stay up.
From green to more green. Yeah, 64's camera, it's great for speedrunning, but I hate it casually. So
yeah, I agree.
That's my thoughts on that.
I think SM64 is a tremendous speedrun and a terrible casual experience, but I realize
you think it's bad casually in general.
I think it's
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't often share this opinion because people flame me for it. But I don't like.
Hey, you're free to have your opinions.
I respect SM64. I think there is no way we have gaming what it is today if it didn't exist.
It was revolutionary.
And I respect that it was goated at the time. I don't think it's aged well at all.
Yeah, but like it's wild how much they got right on their first try.
Absolutely. I don't think it's a bad game.
At the same time, it's their first try, so like there's always stuff to improve on. Oh, we're red again. Ah, no.
I don't think it's a bad game. But like with comparison to okay, Ocarina of Time and SM64 came out on the same console, right? I think OOT has aged remarkably well. Like even though the graphics still look older or whatever, like I think OOT looks good and plays good still. It's definitely dated, but like playing on Wii Virtual Console, OOT like looks good in my opinion.
Now playing on the Switch console,
no, it looks terrible.
They somehow get it worse every time.
They do. Know. They don't know how to emulate their own games. They should just like call the Dolphin developers and be like, "How do we do this?"
Yeah, seriously.
But I think SM64 is a tremendous speedrun. An unbelievably goated speedrun. And oh, that was sick. Sick.
Yo, so I accidentally side flipped. And had I ground pound like a frame later, I wouldn't have got that. So nice. Almost miss, but still got it. Let's go.
I'm just TLDR. I understand this opinion is not popular. That's fine. That's why I don't really share it. I just don't like the game casually, but I think it's a great speedrun. I love watching it, and I'm glad people like it. Important video game, cool video game, not for me.
How dare you?
Yeah, basically. Does Ocarina holding up say more about Ocarina or more about how little the Zelda formula has evolved? That's a great question.
Ooh.
That's a good, genuinely thought-provoking question.
Also, we're great again. I'm just going to say...
Let's go.
Oh my god. Dude, I loved Twilight Princess as a kid growing it up. It's so nostalgic for me. I think that game does not hold up, though. It's just like... It's literally just baby mode Ocarina of Time. Okay, but Midna's the best sidekick. Don't get me wrong.
Not even close.
Not even, like, no competition. Best sidekick is Midna. But it's very formulaic. They just wanted to like recreate the Ocarina of Time magic, and it's just like way too easy. Like, I don't know. Doesn't hold up that well.
Here's
the
what I would
graphics age kind of badly too.
Okay, I'm a fat disagree on a couple of points here. I think I somewhat agree on the gameplay not aging great as far as the pacing. I think the pacing of TP is really bad.
Yeah, like one moment you're doing a dungeon, the next moment you're out in a field. Like, what do you do in that game? You like, there's that point where like you're
the bugs.
You're boomeranging a wagon to put the fire out.
Yeah, I hate the wagon escort. I will admit that.
It's
I love
great.
Twilight Princess a lot, but I will yield and respect that a good portion of my love for that game comes from the fact that I think it is the best 3D Zelda speedrun.
Yeah, the speedrun is a whole different story, for sure.
Incredibly good speedrun, and quite hard.
Also incredibly not broken compared to the other Zeldas.
And yet it is still quite broken.
It is very broken, but compared to like Ocarina of Time, it's like
no, yeah,
not even a crack in the surface.
What is a game I love but most people hate? I love Silver Surfer.
Ooh, I love the soundtrack.
Yeah, so Tim Follins is the composer for the soundtrack of Silver Surfer, goated. But I like the game too, and I know it's bad, but I love it. It's not even like bad; it just has a bad hitbox.
Dude, it seems like a pretty good game. It's just really, really hard, right?
Yeah. So the problem with Silver Surfer, like 99% of the issues with the game could be changed with just doing two things. One, the surfer's hitbox needs to be smaller.
Yeah.
Because his hitbox is encompassed by his entire surfboard and his body. And if you touch a wall, you die. And
yeah,
so...
if you haven't seen the AVGN video, that's exactly how it goes.
The other big problem is that you have to mash.
Oh, yeah.
Turbo makes the game
turbo
so
button.
much more enjoyable.
Yep. I can see that.
There is very little to no randomness in Silver Surfer. Like, there is randomness on some of the enemy patterns when they appear, but almost all of them, if you know that they're there, you can just wait.
Are the jack-o'-lanterns random?
Yes.
Oh. That's like the one enemy I remember from that AVGN video.
Yeah, so the jack-o'-lanterns, so that the stage you're talking about is Fire Lord. Okay, we're talking about Fire Lord 1 right now. I love this game. Fire Lord 1 has this problem where the jack-o'-lanterns jump kind of randomly, and then there's also these like fire things that come out of these like skeleton mouths, and those also come out somewhat randomly. But if you wait, generally speaking, you're okay.
Okay. Also,
but the game is stupid hard.
We just had a moment of classic PD being mean. So that's sunshine for you.
It's always been rough to me how hard that level can kill a run.
But dude, I love that Silver Surfer AVGN video. It's one of my favorites.
It's a classic.
From the nerd himself. My favorite quote is like, I can't touch that red pot. Just the sheer rage of that pot. Oh my god.
Yeah, you can't touch anything. It's got the like flavor of an old school shmup where you just need to memorize everything. It's just executed not that great in comparison. Yeah. And I think that's a big limitation of the console that it's on.
I mean, it was that old school style of like making the game really hard so it's really replayable.
Yeah.
But they went a little too hard in the hardness.
I've wanted to do a one continue clear of Silver Surfer for a while now. The problem is I just can't do it to my hands.
Use the turbo button. Screw it.
I guess so. It's like bad.
Yeah, we got the thing.
Let's go.
Like I said before, the coconut throw is actually harder than the skip itself. So whenever that goes well, I'm already like, okay. Now the easy part. I mean, it's still a very mess upable part, but easy part. So.
Here's a gamer question. What speed game has a category that you love and a category that you dislike? Trey?
Oh, in the same game?
Mm-hmm. And we'll go main board only. Main board only.
Oh, main. Okay, that makes it harder. Oh man. I'm sure there's like a few good answers here I could give. Like, okay, Ocarina of Time. The current 80% is garbage. I mean, it's cool. Like,
it's a technical marvel.
Yeah. When it was first found, it was novel. It was like, oh man, that's so crazy. It's so broken. Now it's like, all right, I'd rather watch 100% from ZFG.
I mean, 100%'s always been the best OOT category.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
But yeah, no, I as an avid OOT speedrunner, I would say that you are absolutely right, and it's a damn shame because any percent is like, it's like a love letter to how much we've learned about the game. Like it's a magnum opus of like, this is how much we know.
By the way, I was like a frame from missing that ledge grab.
You've yet to miss it today. You got it every time.
I got it ledge grabless a couple times earlier. That's even harder to do, but
pretty sick.
Barely made it up there. But yeah, I love watching Ocarina of Time. I don't watch as much as I used to. But that was one of the games that definitely got me into just the general speedrunning community for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that would go badly. I recently learned like a better way to do this choplet as I did just there. There's a way to make him not turn horizontally to that road, but I forget exactly the minutia behind it. It wasn't terrible though. So we're okay. A lot of minutia in this game you're not really aware of if you're just a casual observer. But yeah.
Yeah, I would say even though I like playing OT any percent, it's kind of like it's fun to do a couple times. I would say, yeah, I don't hate it at all because I really respect it, but I would agree that it's far less enjoyable than watching, say, like all dungeons or GSR or 100%. Like there are definitely categories that are more enjoyable to watch by a lot.
It's just the inevitable, like as time goes on, it's like, oh, you want to see these major breakthroughs happen, but as it gets more broken, there's just like less reason to play those categories in the long run.
Yeah.
Double-edged sword for sure. Okay, can I finally get this trick without ever learning it? So for those who missed it, in the last month, there was actually a time save found on all the Piantissimos. So like it works on both in any percent. I read that sign. Pianissimo still moves as I read it. And if I directly face him as he talks to me here, it will initiate the first text box quicker. I got it.
Yay!
Yeah, I might gold the split. Maybe it depends on my movement. I don't know if I will. Let's see. I might get like a 1 frame gold if my text boxes were good enough. I don't know. Yes! By like 0.1. So yeah, that's a new strat on a literal auto scroller. Read the sign, face him directly within like a certain window of angles, and you're good to go. So
that's sick.
That's my first time doing it in a run. Literally.
I mean, you can tell it's faster. Like it looks faster.
It's like an immediate text box. Yeah. I can't go for it. I gotta just go over here. I didn't go far enough on my jump spin, so that triple jump would have bonked. But I'm glad I recognized that. But I'm 2 for 3 on this level today. That's not bad.
Wait, yeah, you got a PB on PB Precipice. It's just an IL PB.
You know what? PB Precipice, you seen it here first. I got a PB. You can't take it away from me.
You've been precipiced.
I got a Piantissimo PB. We were on the precipice of it this whole stream, and then we got it. So,
wow.
You know, the show lives up to its name, after all.
Would you rather want Mario Sunshine 2 or Mario Galaxy 3? I want Mario Odyssey 2. Screw all those other games.
Odyssey 2, because I know they would mess up Sunshine 2.
Yeah, I don't want... Just make Odyssey 2. I don't care about
just make Odyssey 2. It's time to
Odyssey
move on.
is so good.
I mean, it's like... It translates the best to like modern day game design.
Yeah.
So like, you know, from a purely casual standpoint, yeah.
I think Odyssey is incredible. It's also a good speedrun.
Oh no, I did, dude. Okay, this isn't as bad as last time. There's a specific way to like let go of the chain to like be fast enough there. And I'm just like messing up those inputs, but you know what? It wasn't as bad as last time where I like had to go all the way around the whole stage. A minor setback. And you know what? We're gonna get early cycle, so it'll be fine. In my opinion. It'll be fine, IMO.
IMHO.
I mean, if they made Sunshine 2, it would not have like the awesome movement of Sunshine 1. There's no way.
No.
They would like make the new terrible spin jump that the new Mario games have. And it's like, yeah. Like this game's spin jump is amazing. And it's been downhill ever since. Honestly. I remember our 2P1C playthrough, or like our first time doing it. You had to learn that hover timing, actually.
Yeah, I had.
And you eventually got it, and then we had to figure that out.
I think I had been doing the trick differently. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ooh.
That should definitely work. I got the really easy one. Nice. Oh, that's the second hardest side flip in the game. But that's not as important, so there we go. That's a nice chunk of time save right there. Gotta admit. Yeah, if I would have missed that one, I would have no excuse. But we got it. All right, Beyonce's in need. The OG IL of this game.
The sauce.
I might have missed that first spray, but we're gonna find out. I indeed missed it, but if you miss that, there's a backup where I can unlock that person early. I missed it. That's okay. There's a backup for the back. No, there's not. You just gotta accept your time loss.
Trey, if you could get a sequel to any game or like a remaster or something, what would you want?
Just like a straight up sequel?
Or a remaster. Like what's your big like gaming, oh, I wish this game existed. Could be anything.
Hold on. Yay, 206. I'm a speedrunner. So I had this theory.
A game theory.
A game theory. A combination of games, like a crossover I always wanted to see. Fire Emblem with Soul Calibur would be so dope. I don't know if you're familiar with both of those franchises.
I am.
But those, like, Soul Calibur game with Fire Emblem characters would be
It's
nuts.
not so far-fetched. Link was in Soul Calibur 4.
I mean, if Link can do it, Mars can do it too.
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah, I'm a big fan of both those franchises. Or I mean, I only played Soul Calibur 2, but that's all you really need. So I guess that'd be my best answer for that. That's my go-to answer.
I want a Paper Mario game that is actually
That's good.
yeah, I want a TTYD sequel.
Yeah.
I know it's literally never gonna happen, but
dude, what have they done to Paper Mario, man? They massacred our boy.
know, dude. They absolutely massacred our boy, and he was perfect.
I say that as a person who hasn't played one past T2ID, but I'm too afraid to. So.
Super Paper Mario is good. Don't believe the hate.
I hear it has the best story.
It's a good game. If you like platformers and you like TTYD, you will like Super Paper Mario. It's not going to scratch the same itch, but like it's a solid game.
Doesn't have super guarding.
And then Sticker Star is a complete waking nightmare. And all the other ones I refuse to buy. And everybody's like, no, the Toad dialogue is funny. I'm like, okay.
Oh my God, Toads are funny.
No way. They had that in the other ones too.
And they were more than just recolors of generic Toad. Oh my God. Okay, that was kind of like a clutch honey skip setup. I was further left than usual on the hover initiation. So to make up for that, I counted only 3 whooshes instead of 4 whooshes. You see, and I taught ADEF this when we did honey skip for our 2 players, 1 controller playthrough. My method of doing honey skip is entirely audio cue based, and I count the number of whoosh noises on the hover nozzle hovering thing. People call me crazy, but I'm telling you, it works. It's very adaptable. If you're further left or right, you can count fewer or more whooshes depending on your positioning. Doesn't rely on like some weird visual cue. So yeah,
it worked for me,
and it works for me.
I'm a whoosh apologist.
Thank you. There's got to be more people like you would be great. Honestly.
Who cares, since every indie game right now is a lazy copy of TTYD? A, I don't agree. B,
hey,
what
dude,
are you talking about?
I played a game called Bug Fables. It was pretty fire. You heard of Bug Fables?
Is Bug Fables good?
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I haven't played it yet.
It's no TTYD, but it's pretty solid. I enjoyed it. 100%
Undertale, I feel like Undertale was one of the first games that felt like it scratched the same itch as TTYD game feel wise.
Wait, which game?
Undertale.
Oh, I never played that, but I've seen a Let's Play of it, so I basically played it. I kind of regret not playing it. Dude, I saw a Let's Play of it when it was like a brand new game. I was like, oh, this looks kind of cool. I kind of wish I actually played it, though, but now it's too late.
Well, have you played or seen anything from Deltarune?
No, not at all.
Okay, then you can enjoy that for yourself.
Is it good?
So the first 2 chapters are out and free, and they're really good.
Okay. Maybe worth putting on my bucket list.
It's completely free.
Wow. Well, now there's no excuse.
Truly. And it's like free. 1 megabyte. So there's like...
I don't know if I have enough room for that.
Okay, yeah. Too busy with all the average tray green screen footage in 8K.
I gotta make room for all my rendering I'm doing. All the green screen footage,
16K green screen footage of average tray dancing.
Yeah, 16K that gets downscaled to 1080p.
I told the AI to downscale it.
Because clearly you can't do that normally.
No.
You gotta de-hance.
De-hance.
The footage.
Not unenhance. De-hance.
De-hance it.
I also feel like a really easy W for Nintendo would just be changing absolutely nothing and just porting Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD to Switch. They would make $1 bazillion.
You know, they could maybe be waiting for like the Switch 2 to make that move.
It just, I don't know why.
They probably realized, like, I mean, it's pretty close to the end of the Switch's life cycle, I'm hoping.
We're at year 6 right now.
Yeah, but, dude, the Switch, I don't know, like, it holds up, but, dude, if you try to run, like, any third-party game that's, like, somewhat intensive on the Switch, it runs, like, total dog. Like, I tried playing XCOM 2 on the Switch. It was, like, the laggiest experience ever. Oh, my God.
Okay, I was playing Tunic on the Switch yesterday, which is an indie game from Finji. It's a great indie game. It looks like on PC, it looks amazing. It looks kind of whack on Switch, and it's like an indie game. Like, the Switch is running like poo-poo hardware.
It really is. It's like, it was outdated when it was released, basically.
And, like, Nintendo's classic for doing that, but, like, I don't know. It's gotten to the point where, like, they gotta step it up a notch, I feel like.
Nintendo charm only gets you... How did I get around that guy? I thought I'd get shocked. I could have just kept walking, but I assumed I'd get shocked. Whatever, we're up here, whatever. That was actually good until I made the same mistake as last run I got here, where I like barely missed that one hover coin. And you know what? I'm gonna blame the fact that I'm wearing headphones, but usually I use speakers, so yeah.
Nice, John.
I got John's prepared for all kinds of stuff.
That's the mentality you need to be successful.
Never my fault, you see.
No.
All right, pin of 4.
Where'd you get the rocking chair?
Oh, it's like a super old furniture my parents have always had. I don't know where they got it, to be honest.
All right.
It's a hand-me-down, though. And I quite like it. For the sake of my videos, it's like an ongoing
yeah, it's a fun little
green
bit.
screen motif in the rocking chair. Oh, this guy just kept walking. Dude! Oh my god, I didn't get a single one. Did I get one of them?
You got one.
Yo, what the heck? Dude, that guy just kept walking into me. That was crazy. I stood no chance. Oh no.
I hate this level. I hate this level.
Nobody likes this level. Why did he keep walking? He's a madman. Well, we got a nice 3 cycle, so that's good. Love to see it. He was supposed to stop before touching Mario, but he just walked into me. My health meter's green. That just happens here sometimes.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know. The mystery health meter.
Another good video.
No one knows what causes it, but like once in a blue moon, your health meter turns green here. No idea why. So that's a thing.
That'd be a good YouTube short.
Also, it's a no reset, by the way. So we're keeping it going.
This is the deepest we've been today.
I'm just gonna hope. Ideally, I get a 115 this run, but we'll see what happens. Maybe Manta is solid, and King Boo is solid.
Back in the day was like,
dude, I had to grind my arse. I can say arse, right?
Yeah.
I had to grind my arse off to, I almost went to 5, to get a 115. But, you know, now we're going for like 112 in the modern era. It's wild. Absolutely wild. Papaya. Bonk. Okay.
Okay, so Trey's doing a glitch here called EYG, or Early Yoshi Go Round. So the Yoshi Go Round that loads what is typically pin a 6.
Yep.
The secret level is available in some levels. You just have to like clip out of bounds and get through this wall without going through this loading zone. And then you use one of these stews to make a moving platform, because there's an invisible wall and like a death plane. An invincible wall. There's an invisible wall and a death plane around here. And so Trey is moving through the wall on the moving platform, because that is something you can do.
Yeah, basically, the ground here doesn't even exist at all. And like, because the Yoshi Go Round is actually an object, like, you can only stand over objects in that area, such as the Starburst platform. But the Yoshi Go Round is also an object.
Nice over the top, by the way.
Over the top to the middle. There we go. Then you also got a secret on top of all that stuff, so it's quite the level. Almost got a turbo. I'm okay. I'm okay. It's fine. Everything is fine. All right. I'm gonna try my darndest to bring it back within a minute's territory. I know I can do it. I got some time saved. Surely. This is Bouncy Boy. Actually, no, this is Patrick. I saw someone in chat say they don't like the stews, and I'm disappointed because the stews, hella cute. Gotta love them.
Why do the Yoshi skip? Because it skips pin of 5. And it skips having to get the fruit inside the park in Pinna 6.
Wait, the Yoshi skip or
I believe they're talking about EYG.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, you do that instead of Pinna 5. And then I guess it also skips like the movement getting into the secret in 6 normally. So,
yeah.
It saves about a minute, ideally. A little more like with modern day, like optimized stuff.
And Trey was actually doing a slightly more advanced version of the trick even.
Yeah, that was one stew. And actually, there's an even higher, more advanced level than what I was doing called the 1 pound one stew, where he only pounds the ground once. In my setup, there's 2 pounds, like one luring him in and then one as you clip through. But there's a way to do it with only 1 pound if you're like really, really optimal. I don't even do that, so you'll see like Inkstar do that and stuff. Saves about 4 seconds, however long 1 pound takes. I don't really know.
I can't believe we're looking at Rico Harbor right now.
Dude, honestly, any stream of Sunshine PB attempts that makes it to Rico on PB pace is a victory. It is rough to get past all the early game, all the Pinna on pace. It's a rarity, I'll say that much. Oh, I grabbed too early.
Do Screamless Trey make me proud?
Not quite.
Okay.
With the headphones. It really changes it, And yeah, I have like a high incentive to play as well as I can, because reminder for those who missed my spiel earlier, this is happening simultaneously with a live time attack event hosted by GSA that it literally started the exact same time as this show. It's like 8F new or something.
I always know.
But it's like in a set window of time, anybody can try to get the best time that they can in that window. And then we see who gets the best times at the end of that time frame. So I'm doing it towards that as well right now. And I'm going to be doing more attempts later on my own Twitch channel at some point today. So see how that goes.
Follow Trey on Twitch. Can we get a shout out from a mod potentially?
Shout out Twitch, shout out YouTube, shout out Patreon. Support me on Patreon.
Let's go!
I hovered too early. I know.
Wow, this level's pretty neat. I wonder if anybody's ever made a 20-minute think piece explaining everything about it. Probably not.
Man, if that doesn't exist, I really wish it did. Oh, wait, it does. I made a video about that. Holy crap. What are the chances? Whoa, Mario's face.
Look at that camera.
Look at that nice shot of Mario. Right in your face. Shout out was given to Average Trey. I've never seen this shout out feature in Twitch before. What the heck?
Really? You don't know about this?
Dude,
Trey, you're washed.
I don't watch very much Twitch.
You're washed. Yeah, so there's a recent feature that's really a rare Twitch W.
That is rare.
Slash shout out Average Trey creates, since it's you and I'm already following you, it doesn't show up for me. But if you're not following the person that's being shout out, there's a box that shows up at the top of the screen, and it has a button that you can follow them from here instead of having to go to their page.
Ah, that's pretty nice.
It's pretty cool.
Frame perfect trick, nailed it. If I hovered 1 frame later, I would have lost like 5 minutes probably. So that's kind of a big deal.
5 minutes,
more or less.
Yeah. And if you hovered 1 frame earlier, Miyamoto flies to his home and breaks his console in half.
Ooh. I mean, I kind of like that, honestly.
Miyamoto-san, here's my console.
Miyamoto. I don't even know what practice codes are, Miyamoto. What is that?
Practice code, is that something ducks walk on?
Dolphin emulator? What even is that?
Emulate her? Who?
This is a famous secret level. Because Michael Jackson played it, that's why.
Nice commentary, Trey.
It's famous for being in Mario Galaxy 2, there you go. And Michael Jackson played it, I made that up.
Did you know? Michael Jackson?
Did you know gaming fact right there?
Did the soundtrack for Sonic R?
Emulator, I hardly knew her. Yeah, I was thinking of that.
Yes, that was the joke I was avoiding.
Yeah.
I bet learning this speed run this game gives hella a ton of anxiety too, right? Trey, would you like to comment?
I'm just gonna say there's nothing more stressful than being like halfway into a 120 run and like it's world record pace and you gotta like play for like an hour and a half more. It's pretty intense.
Practicing is kind of relaxing though.
Oh, for sure. Dude. Oh,
if you don't get Screamless here, I'm rioting.
Dude, I grabbed his face too early both times. What the heck? I'm too hasty. Yo, I did it again. What? It's the headphones, I swear. It's like changing something for me. Yo, I didn't get Screamless. No!
At least you tried.
You would never believe it based on this, but I have the world record in this level. This is like the one level in the game I have the world record IL for, and you would have no idea based on that performance, but it's true. So.
The visual cue I use for Screamless would say to me that when you let go was the appropriate time to let go.
I thought that would work, TBH.
Yeah, it looked good to me.
Oh well. This is one of those games where it's hard to like on the fly perform really well. It's always really impressive when that does happen though. I guess it does happen. But yeah, reset heavy game for a reason. It's a speed run. Deal with it.
Let's go, folks.
That's how it be, folks.
That's right, folks.
Rico 6. More bloopers. By the way, this guy, this NPC to the left of me, that's the big daddy of blooper surfing. Actual dialogue in the game. And he's just a cool Beyonce, you know?
Wow, I wish I knew why the green one was fastest.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
You just gotta trust me that it's good, alright? It's as mysterious as that Piantissimo time save.
Yeah, we'll never know until some random bald guy on YouTube makes a YouTube video about it.
Hopefully Bouncy Boy comes back and does that. Only he has the power. I don't know. I don't know where we're going with this. All right. So, yeah, this Rico leaves a lot to be desired. But that's okay. Because Serena's going to be amazing, I'm sure. Oh, but before Serena, we got like part 2 Bianco. With the actual like hardest secret to not die in Bianco 6. I die there all the time. But luckily, the most frequent way that I die only costs like 15 seconds, like right at the beginning. So there are a lot of worse deaths to be had in this game. But, yeah.
You heard it here first, folks. Some ways to die worse than others.
You know, there are larger infinities than others as well.
Yeah.
You know, there's like the real numbers, there's the counting numbers, all that. Hey,
Next YouTube video.
Vsauce Michael here.
Trey dabbling in set theory on the next video.
Why not? That sounds like a really exciting video.
Sky's the limit, Trey. You're a full-time content creator again. You were once, and then you left us for the workforce, and now you're back.
I wasn't ever really like truly full-time, like until right now. Like now it's like a nice lunch grab. Now it's like serious business full-time. Before I was just like, maybe, I don't know, we'll think about it. But no. Big decision to make, for sure.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Even now being full-time, I teeter back and forth a lot.
Yeah.
It's financially quite difficult.
Oh, yeah.
And I know I have marketable skills that have nothing to do with video games in which I could be making a lot more money.
Got to follow your passion, though.
Yeah.
You know, especially while you're like younger, fewer responsibilities.
Yeah.
Than if you were older. Also, I avoided the common death now to avoid the costly death. That's not as common, hopefully. Let's see.
Oh, you're going for the thing?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to play it safe.
That did not look safe. That did not look safe. That was not safe.
Yeah. So
Mango, that's not safe.
I probably could have gone for the dive rollout onto that thing, but I wasn't sure if I'd be fast enough. So I'm like, I'm going to wait, go for the jump dive onto the midway rotated platform. It's safer than it looks, but you can die there for sure. Yeah.
Here's a fun Super Mario Sunshine fact for all you gamers out there. Did you know that some dive rollouts are not created equal in this game?
Ooh.
If you press B to dive and then you roll out with A, the longer you hold A, the further Mario goes.
You know, what's crazy is that's also true for jumping. Also nice quick kill. Boom. See? There's like a short jump and a high jump.
I know, but it just feels counterintuitive for dive rollout.
That's a Mario for you.
That's a Mario.
To expound more in a nerdy way on your rollout thing, there are 5 variants of rollout. There's 5 frames. The 1-frame rollout, 2-frame, all the way to 5-frame rollout. So put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Put that in your cap and wear it, Yankee Doodle.
Yeah, put that feather in your cap. There you go.
Idiot.
Now you gain some knowledge, possibly.
You ready for a cool Super Mario Sunshine fact, gamers?
Yes.
This one's really gonna chortle your jordals. All right. When you roll out, if you press B, which is how Mario grabs if you're not holding a direction. If you press B to grab right when Mario lands out of the dive rollout, he'll stop moving instantly, which is actually good because there are some moving platforms like in that last secret that don't start moving until you aren't moving. So there you go.
Yeah, it's useful in the secret you just saw, and Arena 4 if you don't do the insanely risky butt slide ending, which I don't do. It's insanely risky. But it is useful there as well. Everyone loves this boss. And by everyone, I mean absolutely no one. Okay, there's a big guy getting away. I hope this is the last one. Okay. That wasn't bad. Would have been a lot better if that one guy didn't start running away. And then once they're all pink, they all start like chasing you down. That's what you want to go for. The quicker you get to the pink phase, the quicker it's going to be typically. So now you just finish them all off with your Floodman water tank. Flood.
Flood. What does it stand for, Trey? Hit us with it.
Mario Floodman. Flash Liquidizer Ultra Dousing Device.
Thank you.
That's a did you know fact. for you. They say it in the game. It's not that crazy, but
I feel like we could make a good Did You Know Gaming on Sunshine.
I think there's been a few of those in the past, actually.
Like, did you know on the Japanese version you have to clear more goop in Serena 2?
Ooh. That signed hitbox is enormous, by the way.
Or Serena, what is it? 4, 3, 5, 6? What's the one where you gotta clean the...
Wait, what? You gotta start that over again? I was distracted by that stupid sign.
Is it Serena 2 or 3 where you gotta clear the goop off the beach?
Oh, 6.
Okay, so my final guess was correct.
Yeah. Did you know that it sucks in the Japanese version?
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Did you know Trey wasted hundreds of hours of his life fighting King Boo?
It wasn't a waste, though, because it made for some good content.
It was good. It's a good video. It's a good video.
That was the plan from the start. I was like, well, the longer it takes, it's going to be in the video, so screw it. You know?
Editing those VODs down had to have been horrible.
Yep.
How did you like write down as they were happening which attempts were good?
I took some notes, yeah. It definitely helped.
Smart.
Another amazing side flip drop. There we go.
All right, this question has been asked by this same person 4 times now, so I'm just going to answer it. Runner, how do you know which stages to do first to optimize your run? Well, which ones look slow?
Yeah, that's a good answer. Wait, what exactly was the question?
I don't know.
Like, where do you know where you can improve the most time in your run?
I guess. Or like, which levels do you spend the most time on? I guess just like which ones are slow or like which ones do you like practicing?
You just kind of decide based on like, oh, I think I can probably improve this level. I'm going to try to improve it. And then you try to improve it.
Yeah.
And then you do it or you don't do it. And you're like, well, that's a problem for future me to improve that, I guess. And there you go. Also, Arena 3 is one of the coolest levels casually. It's like a little like puzzle maze getting the pineapple to Yoshi. And we do absolutely none of that. So go speedrunning.
Go speedrunning.
Because we cheat. With a banana. That's all you need to do.
Remember when you had to like jump like onto the banana to go through the door, and then you had to like hover through the awning?
Dude,
through the like.
You remember that setup?
Yeah, dude, I've been around, man.
I know you've been around. I don't know, like following Sunshine stuff. That's crazy.
I think I first learned any percent in 2013. Did like 4 runs.
Yeah.
The game made me want to scream.
It does
that. Then I never really spent that much time on it again. The question is, how do you know the routes for taking around Delfino Plaza? I don't know. Some smart person in a Discord server figured it out.
Well, funnily enough, the route for this any percent category was basically established in like 2012 and never changed since.
Yeah.
Like Gelato Beach Skip was found. It's like, oh, it's the same route except Gelato is like 2 levels now. Okay. But like same level order. That was really good. Boom. Hole in one. Casino skip.
Let's go.
And yeah, there is like an insanely risky butt slide I could do here, but nah. I'm going to do that, which is totally not risky instead.
Yeah, momentum spins are easy, dude.
Yeah, you just spin the exact right speed. Don't spin too fast or too slow. It's easy. Just do it.
Man, I wish I knew more about how spin jumping worked in Super Mario Sunshine.
Yo, so crazy thing, right? I was on YouTube. I think this guy, like Bouncy Boy, made a video. No, I wasn't involved when I made that video. So
that's true. But you also weren't on cam really very much when you made that video.
That's true. Yeah, I believe my face never shows up in that video at all. So that joke kind of falls flat, doesn't it?
My face shows up via my headshot being my Twitter profile picture.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. King Boo, by the way, coming up. Get excited. Dude, if I get a cycle skip, I still can't PB, but it's going to be exciting. So. But yeah, one of my various SMS videos, as ADAP was mentioning, I made a video about the surprising nuance of the spin jump in this game and why all future spin jumps are a damn shame compared to it. You know, that double spin nonsense in 3D World. Like, what even is that?
I don't know.
It's just like we've so many steps back for the spin jump. But oh well. At least it's cool in this game.
The spin has some interesting use in Odyssey, but it's definitely not as good as this game.
Yeah, like it has some utility, but it ain't no sunshine. Okay, so there was a 1 in 64 chance I would get fruits right there. And to my surprise, I didn't get it. To my absolute shock. But so far, no extras like in the traditional sense. Which is good. Because every extra cycle costs 7 seconds on average.
And the durian to kick right there, that's good.
Yeah, very good durian placement, love to see it. A lot of time in this level comes down to where the fruit is placed. Not just the cycle skips, or like the extra cycles, but that's the Pac-Man pattern. Also, yeah, we didn't get it. But still a chance for no extras in the traditional way of that. And
yeah, so
I think we got
basically
it.
you have to get a certain number of non-fruit cycles in between the fruit cycles, and so no extras means no bonus cycles on top of that.
How the heck did I bonk? All right. No extras, but no cycle skips either, which is a 1 in 64 chance. So, I mean, who's surprised?
Runners aren't going for that in world record attempts, are they?
If they're smart, they don't.
Yeah, because it's wasting time.
I actually have a channel point redemption worth like 7,777 channel points. And it's do cycle skips in this run. So it's kind of fun to have that, you know. Sometimes people will just like redeem that when I'm in Bianco Hills, and then I won't even get there. It's like, well, you just wasted your channel points, sorry. I didn't get to King Boo, but if I got to King Boo, I would have done it. I promise.
Even if you're
I don't know
like
why you
minus,
used that so early.
minus a minute, you would still go for it?
Oh yeah, totally. Oh, minus a minute, like
Okay, minus 5 seconds. You're 5 seconds ahead in Serena 5.
Yeah, why not? I mean, it only costs like, I think it costs like 2 seconds per not getting it at most. So it's like a minor time loss to attempt to not get it. But you know, it does add up, to be fair. It's definitely wiser to not attempt it. Ultimately. Ah, getting some bad spray RNG. Every single spray is RNG to some extent, with where each individual water droplet goes. And I wish I was making that up, but I'm not. So. I hope to get at least 220 there, typically, but had some rough patches where like some water wasn't going where I wanted to. On top of the Japanese version being stricter. Just how it is. Okay, this run is like barely 115able, but realistically a 116. Isn't bad for a no reset, but that's where we are.
That's where we are.
Depends on how Noki Bay goes. And Corona. And Bowser. Ooh, before the wood? Love to see it. Before whatever this surface is? Love to see it. And there actually is a quick kill for that Shadow Mario that's like an immediate kill, but it's Some people claim it's consistent. I don't think it really is. It's tough to do consistently, so I don't even do it. A couple runners do though, because they're crazy. And you gotta be crazy to be a top level player in this game. Nowadays, especially.
Yeah.
Is that first cycle? Nice, first cycle. There we go. That was a better Noki 1 than I usually get. And I would say that Noki 1 is unironically like one of the top 3, maybe not hardest levels in the run, but like top 3 easiest to mess up levels in the whole run, especially on PB pace when you're this late in the run. The nerves are on. How did I miss that shine? Are you kidding me? Bruh. I was like, it must have been like the shine rotation. It rotated away from me, right? You know about star rotation? It's the shine rotation.
Bro, the Johns on this run, the Johns on this man are unbelievable.
I have some next level Johns, all right? But it was a sick Noki 1 otherwise. That's what. Please. I went for the gusto. Gotta have a particular angle on that. Oh yeah, we don't see the third blooper fight. We just cheat once again. Any like final topics you wanted to possibly cover in this show?
How much sunscreen you got to put on that dome when you go outside?
You know, I learned my lesson pretty quickly on to do that. It's,
that's what I've heard.
Although now it's gotten a little less pale, so I can get away with not using it all the time.
That makes sense.
As long as I'm not outside for like too long, especially. But yeah, I've been burnt up there once or twice. I'll admit.
I've been burnt up there.
I got burnt. That's the price you pay for, you know, full cranial.
Cranial?
Is that a word?
Uh-huh.
Full cranial exposure. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right. I love this level.
It's an underrated level. Actually, it sucks. I missed that one.
All right, this level sucks.
It was cool until that moment. Yeah, it's actually a surprisingly satisfying level when it goes well. Speaking of being bald, I've been bald for almost a year now. I made the big decision last October. So...
Was that a tough decision to make?
It wasn't as tough as it was for most people. I feel like it was kind of tough. Because I was like, oh man, what are my coworkers going to think? But I was like, dude, I don't care what they think.
Yeah, hell yeah. Screw them.
It's my own decision.
Truly. That should be most people's modus operandi for pretty much anything. Like, other people's opinion doesn't really matter. Just like, do you?
Yeah, especially on the internet, people's opinions don't matter.
All right, I hate this level. This is like my least favorite level in maybe all of 3D Mario. I hate this level.
Yeah, this level, it sucks completely a lot to learn. Also, these sprays, I'm going to save like 2 frames with this. Trust me. This pushes you down ever so slightly faster. But you would have no idea unless you saw like a speed display. Yeah, this level sucks to learn, especially back in my day before practice codes.
Yeah, I just... this level scares me. I don't know.
Oh man, it might be too slow. No. Oh no, we're screwed. Okay.
Oh, we're getting eaten.
Yeah, the rust is showing, the minor rust. I'm not that rusty, but it has been like a couple months since I've done attempts. Oh well. You live and you learn. Still 116able. Oh, is he gonna go down again? Actually, it might. This might be bad. This sucks.
We're just hanging out.
We're just hanging out. It's fine. It's chill.
Trey, any final questions you want to ask me?
Yeah, so like, what got you the idea in doing this show, and like, how'd you, like, how'd that come about?
So when GDQ opened applications for hotfix shows, like,
I'm just, this runs just, yeah. I don't know.
In like October 2020, I submitted the idea for Challenger Approaching because I had wanted to run a show about like challenge runs for a while. Because I was in the era where like I thought challenge runs were really interesting, and challenge runs were just budding.
And they still are interesting, by the way.
Yeah, they're doing huge numbers for like everybody. Speedrunning down, challenge up, numbers wise.
You know, it's all about like the novelty, right? Like the more novel.
Yeah.
Speedrunning was the novel thing when it was fresh.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still cool. It's still cool to speedrun, but it's like, yeah, everyone wants like that next insane challenge with video games you can do.
Right.
So.
And then they needed new shows like a year after that, and I was like, I think it would be cool for GDQ viewers to see what like a real speedrun stream looks like. So
yeah.
that's what PB Precipice is.
And it kind of looks like this, except I'd be resetting a lot more if I was actually doing it. I was going as conservatively as possible on the resets, so that you wouldn't only see Bianco Hills. So you're welcome. Dude, seeing past Piazza Village, oh my goodness. Oh, we get another shot at a free gold split.
Yeah, do you know where this one is? Do you know the angle?
I have no idea. I know where the sign is, though. I know which sign you talk to. You talk to the sign. You don't just read it. That's how it works. Dang, I'm going to have to get a better run later after that eel time loss. That's massive. There's really no good way to recover that. Yeah, I'm going to go
I can't hear the music,
over here.
but I can hear it in my mind.
We're going to read the sign. And then if we face Piantissimo right when he reaches the flag, we're going to get a faster text box initiation. Problem is, I have no idea. It's like this or something, I think. I'm going to say like right here. I have no idea. Let's see.
You keep moving.
I got it.
Oh my God.
Yo. I never even learned that and I got it.
That's 2 in 1 run.
Am I going to gold this? Another gold split? Maybe? Yes.
Sick.
That was like a massive goal. That was like a 0.4 gold, dude. That's no joke. We got strats on the auto scroller now.
I can't believe you did both.
Both in 1 run. Just to show them both off. Also, there's like better movement that I could have learned for this recently, but I haven't. Never doing this. Oh, come on.
This level is like a notorious run killer.
Yeah.
In the Sunshine community, just because it's a really hard entry and really hard level, like right at the end.
Dude, I'm just like missing this, bro. Oh, I thought I missed that. Oh my God. I'm insane.
Two PBs on stream today, though.
Double the PB. Ah, man. I jumped off too early. Oh, no. Now I gotta improvise a little bit. That was some solid improv, I'd say. For what not to do.
Look, everybody needs an example of what not to do.
Bro, that triple jump just like didn't triple jump. Feel me?
I feel you. It doubled.
Yeah. Guess I got that. Dude, do a side flip. I'm begging you to side flip, Mario. Just do it. Do the inputs that I'm doing in the game. All right. Wow, that was good. This is why I'm not a top player anymore. I'm just kind of here. I make videos on it. I make videos on the game. That's what's important. You know, I had my moment in the sun, you could say. But now it's the new generation of runners' time.
I don't think the sun has set, Trey. If you really dedicated the rest of your year to just doing this.
I think there's better things to do.
I would
Challenge
agree.
runs, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, what besides hoverless, what can you do?
There's damageless.
Yeah?
Which is, I don't know. I thought about doing damageless at some point. It's not too different on most shines, but there are a few where it's kind of scary. Like Mance is kind of scary. Bowser's kind of scary.
Yeah, right at the end.
Yeah.
You could do coinless.
Coinless? I don't think that's possible. Actually, maybe. I don't know.
See, this is what I'm talking about. These are interesting questions. Can you beat Super Mario? This is a good video. Can you beat Super Mario Sunshine without collecting a single coin?
Something to ponder.
Where do you think are the coins that are unavoidable?
That's either like impossible or trivially easy, and I'm not sure which one it is. I'll look into it.
I'm here to farm content for you, Trey.
You'll be my idea guy for now on.
Yeah. I don't know. A big YouTuber, this is genuinely true, by the way. Massive YouTubers will pay a team of young people to like come up with video ideas.
Always young people.
From what I understand.
Am I gonna be fast enough for this? I think I am. Just barely. Okay. And then fast boat.
Do we count red coins? Yeah, there's no avoiding red coins, so.
Oh yeah, I guess only the yellow ones we're talking about, I guess. Also, I've said it before, I'll say it again, I miss doing the clouds here, but we just rocket storage past them all.
I think rocket storage is way cooler.
It's cooler, but dude, the clouds are dope. You can like ground pound up to them and like cancel your animation. Those were the days.
Trey, at the age of 90, we used to ground pound into the clouds.
We did.
Okay, Grandpa. Sick. I need to get back on my AI-generated video game.
Let's see if Bowser's nice to me.
That is so much goop.
He was not nice to me, for the record.
This final boss is so weird.
I dove before the rocket came out, so
your timer thinks the run is over.
Oh, snap. Yeah, ignore that. My auto splitter went off. I think it'll still be like a 118 though. Yeah, not my proudest run, but we finished. God dang it, Bowser. Yo, are you serious? Yo, I can't play this game anymore. I'm washed. I'm major washed. Ignore that timer. It doesn't exist.
I can't believe you golded by 11 seconds on the final Bowser. That's sick.
I don't even
Trey,
know what happened there.
What's going on here, Trey?
My rocket decided to not work. I think it got like a partial storage right there. I don't know. Rockets are weird in this game. Hopefully it doesn't happen again.
This man is gooping.
Oh, there's one more. There's one more to get. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the time was. It doesn't matter.
GG. This is how Trey can disguise getting a 120XX. He just wants us not to see.
I hope it was a 119 at least. I don't know.
Congrats, Trey. GG.
Thank you. I'm not going to save that last gold split, but I will save the other two. Is that even possible?
I think you need to press left on the keyboard
to
right. Go back to previous split.
There we go.
All right, it was like a high 119.
It was a high 119.
And then just finish the splits here.
Yay.
And then save.
All right, I'm going to save those.
Nice. Well, GG, Trey. Any final thoughts?
It was brave of me to do this when I haven't ran this game in a couple months. Dude, let me tell you, I would have loved to keep playing this game actively, but it's simply just like not feasible right now. I am like editing videos like 50, 60 hours a week. I could not run this game at a high level if I wanted to, even though I want to. So that's my biggest John of all, I guess. So yeah, there you go. GG.
Well, the videos are sick. Everybody check them out on YouTube. youtube.com/@averagetreyvg. Question mark? Right?
That is correct. I have VG on that one. I could get rid of it. I don't know why I don't. But
it is what it is.
It feels weird to change it now. I don't know.
Well, everybody, that is it for us. But the show is not over. There is more Hotfix. Stay tuned after this for a special showcase of Chained Echoes Any Percent Glitchless by Moonblaze Wolf. And gamers, just a reminder that if you ever miss out on any Hotfix shows or past events like Flame Fatales, be sure to check out the VODs on youtube.com/gamesdonequick. I have been ADEF. I'm doing a little big birthday thing this week on my channel, twitch.tv/ADEF, if you're interested in that. If you're not interested in birthdays, that's fine.
Man.
Yeah, I'm going to stream.
Whoa, you're gonna stream?
Whoa, yeah, isn't that nuts? Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Stick around. There's more Hotfix coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere. See you next time.
Peace.